If we don't want them to win this league, we need to do this damn job ourselves.
First 30 minutes, we absolutely have to blitz them.
There's nothing better than you striking the hammer blow. I want us to say, we stopped your title run. We stopped your title charge. I need that.
Don't get caught sleeping now first 10, 15 minutes. I need that get back, bro.
I need that.
Shut up, bitch.
When I tell you I'm jumping like TD Jakes in church on Sunday, I need that, bro. I need that.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. It's not about winning.
There's a couple of Spurs fans who, good friends of mine, who are already saying they want us to go full strength against Arsenal and basically down tools against Liverpool.
Top 4, I don't mind. I don't mind not missing out and not getting that if we end your hopes. That means more.
That's nasty. That's nasty. That's what they said to me. I need honour, man. There needs to be honour amongst this dunking. Like,
got your ass.
You know what? I'm saying this on camera. F it. I want us to lose to Man City.
I love it, and I think I would deserve it.
Look at that there. Never seen no like it. You'd never think a human being would ever be that strong. Incredible.
I think I deserve it.
Nah, man, that is crazy. That video's mad. That video's mad.
When I see that video, I haven't stopped laughing all weekend.
He's a weirdo, bro. For him to have that video just randomly chilling, he's going through something. He has to be.
I don't think it's randomly chilling. I think you got a lot of ops that are sending this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We all have.
I'm surprised because he wasn't on the last show. So I'm thinking that, we didn't get nothing of Tobs. I didn't know you did a press run going in like this. A lot of energy.
What press run? I did a fucking podcast. What do you mean?
Press run. Yo.
One podcast, yeah?
Who's Spurs order, man? Yo, we might have to lock in, man. That's the energy Tobs is bringing. Come on.
What? Do you not do your Forever Arsenal podcast? Yeah.
Hey, come on. Energy.
Energy.
What are you saying though? Bro? How can you say bro? You look a defeated man in that interview when you said Man City. You knew what you were saying was disgusting. You knew what you were saying was, bottom of the barrel. Are you still in the?
I do. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I think top 4. I think top 4 is slim now. But that being said, Aston Villa do have difficult fixtures as well. I do expect them to drop points, but I don't know if we're going to be able to amount enough points to overturn a 7-point gap. We have to win against Chelsea, which I'm sure we'll talk on today, and we have to get something against Liverpool. And whilst those two things aren't impossible, I just feel like the way we defend, it lends a hand to these teams getting something against us. So, yeah, man, I'm nearly resigned to losing top 4, but there's still a little bit of hope left. But irrespective, lay on your sword and lose
from that game, because I don't think it's gonna. I don't even think it's gonna mean anything that game. I think he'll be sorted before then. But let's say that game comes and you can get top 4 with a win. Are you telling me that's it? You don't.
What do you mean it'll be sorted before then?
Yeah. What do
you mean? Hold on. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I don't think
because you said in many fan cams that like Man City.
He means top 4. He means top 4 be sorted.
Oh, you mean top 4?
I don't think Tottenham will be able to get top 4 by the time that game comes.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
We hold fire. All of us hold fire. Hold back, guys. Hold back.
What do you mean by that?
Man, we're ready.
We were on him.
We were ready for rushing, man.
We were on him.
Gone. Are you telling me that you wouldn't want the W? You're saying just.
Yes, stop. Lay on your sword. Lose. Yep. We'll get Champions League. Straight.
That's
mate. What's going on, mate?
That's fair. I respect it.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Can just to double up on that? We always mock Tottenham fans for like cherishing top 4 over a trophy. Trophies are the be all and end all. It's what people talk about. Like no one's going to talk about next season. Oh, Tottenham got top 4. They're going to talk about Arsenal won the league. So as shameless as it is. And as bad as it sounds, if I was in Tobi's position, I'm saying the same shit. I am not having Arsenal pick up a whole ass Premier League title over a little top 4 qualification. Like, I'm sorry. This is two completely different things we're talking about here. It's not even close. Like, And you know how much noise you're gonna make if you win it, Turkish. Like the
This is
whole
it.
fan
This
base
is
is
it.
gonna
It'll
be
be unbearable.
carnival. London's gonna be a long day.
It'll be
He won't be able
unbearable.
to go outside.
It'll
He
be
won't be able to
unbearable.
walk around in the city. Like it's
It'll be
not
unbearable,
nice.
I can wait another year or two to hear the champions at home. I can wait another year or two.
It's not that deep.
Won't be happy, but I can wait another year or two. So.
Before all that, big up everyone. We've got 5K here already, or near enough 5K. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. Let's get out to 2,000 real quick. Why not? There's already 5K here, 5 minutes in. I see the super chats coming in. I'm going to get them in. But as you can see in the bottom right corner, we are sponsored by HelloFresh. This evening's show is sponsored by HelloFresh. Pick them up too. Link in the description, link in the live chat as well. Show them some love.
Day 740. Documenting the demise. It's not easy, guys, being a Chelsea fan. I thought the 40 points would do the job, but it just doesn't. The diet is depleted. I mean, look at me, I'm malnourished. I'm struggling. I don't eat well. I don't even do a food shop. When was the last time I did a food shop? When was the last time I ate my 5 a day? I'm just hoping for a sign, for a prayer, you know, some help.
See everything here. You got fresh ingredients, right? You got the sauces, you got the meat, you got the veg. It's quick, it's easy to make. There's no excuses anymore, Matisse, man. I don't want to see this sad and frail Matisse.
Everything looks well put together, packaged nicely, but I can't cook, so how does that work?
You don't even need to know how to cook, right? This is easy instructions. As I said, it takes 25 minutes, bro. It's all there at the go. There's no excuses, Matisse, bro. Take it. Stop playing around. Stop messing around. I ain't playing with you. Yeah?
I mean, yeah, man, this looks great. Step by step, helps, but I don't have the money.
What now?
I'm a Chelsea supporter. Like, we run out of...
Hey, love for the love, man. Love for the love. Come on, guy.
What's going on here?
I can't keep doing this, man.
Easy to prepare. £3.15 per serving. Delicious food. Get to use our code.
Crazy. No, hold on. The timing is mad.
Nah, that was quality. That was.
Bro, the acting was mad.
Why is it repeatedly showing our handshake? And second of all,
Yeah, no, the handshake was a bit mad still.
do you know what's mad about that?
What's
Both
wrong
of
with
us
the
lost
handshake?
to Arsenal, and then this man's picked up. Nah, the timing's
You both lost
crazy.
your fates. You both lost your fates. It was firstly, big up Skull, even before we big up Hello
Skull,
Fresh.
man.
Skull, legend,
man.
legend. But big up Hello Fresh. Listen, if you enjoyed the advert, show them some love, people. There's a link in the description. As you heard, 60% off your first order, 60%. That's more than 50%. I don't have to spell it out for you. And then 20% off your next 2 months, up to 8 different boxes as well. They're included. So make sure you make use of that offer. Free desserts for life as well. Obviously, they're showing us some love. If you show them some love, they'll continue showing us some love, and we'll continue giving some of those adverts out. And big up Skull again on that one. Big up Tobs and Matisse as well.
Yeah, big up Tobs and Matisse, man. Quality acting, man.
What about mine?
You guys are dating, man. Good to
Yo,
see you guys
yours,
on.
you did a little cameo on that. Who's a Beto? Who's a Beto? Is it?
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Funny.
Toby's Matisse's acting was.
Why was Toby like this?
Yeah.
I'm surprised because I didn't think Toby was capable of that. To be honest with you, Toby was the surprise element for me. He done well. Like Matisse has done like acting before. I'm bigging you up, innit? What do you mean? Okay.
You know what's killing me is Tobs nodding his head as he's taking it out the oven. I'm like, what are you? Are you bopping to the tune that Skull hasn't put on the thing yet? What's going on?
Toby was good. Toby was good. I'm surprised, but in a good way with Toby.
It's when Toby Matisse answers the door and Toby's just smiling for that little bit too long, like that split second too long. Where you're like, do I want to see what's in that box?
He told me to smile for very long, man.
He told you to smile for very long.
He said, "Keep the smile, keep it there."
We can work with that. We can work with that.
Come on. There's also a QR code on the screen, people. So if you don't want to click the link, if you can't be able to put the big 6 in the checkout, then scan the QR code. It'll take you directly there. 60% off your first order, 20% off your next 2 months. Big up HelloFresh. And yeah, let's get into the show. There's already 26 super chats. And we haven't even started talking about football, really. But yeah, main topic is, as Matisse mentioned, London.
Why people are saying I was the babe? What's going on here? Fucking, are you not taking the piss out of my life? What have I got to do with anything?
What did you say?
People are saying in the chat, GRIZZ was the babe.
No,
Do you know why? Because you're always eating on the show. Now, let's be real. You're always eating on the show. You're always eating on the show. You're thinking that the food's being brought to you to eat.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
You gotta shut that down rapid, mate. Rapid before this becomes a thing.
You're always eating on the show. It makes sense.
These two was cooking each other in the kitchen. Did you see
Did you see the look that Toby gave him? Like, yeah.
Yeah, you see when he was at the door, like with the box, he was like, "Come on!" And then Matisse was like,
"Come on."
Don't
nah, that's crazy. That's mad.
Get started. But yeah, let us get started though. Hit the like button, people. Show HelloFresh some love. Show the video some love. Make sure you're subscribed. Individual channel links in the description. Big up SAEED. He just passed 90k, so he's very close to 100.
Come on.
Show him some love. Show him some love. Big up Matisse flying as well. He's close to 85k, so close to 100. Show him some love. You, Tobs, GRIZZ, road to 50k. Show them some love. My channel's there as well, close to 90. So listen, if you're not subscribed to the individual channels, what are you doing, people? There's content throughout. But let's get into it. Tobs, home team. So it's only right to start with you. Yeah, I mean, you know what? You're a lucky man, you know, because when I saw you tweet about Radio 5 Live, yeah, and I thought, shit, I need to find this. I've fucking tried to. You're a lucky man.
They told me it's there on BBC Sounds, but I just can't be bothered.
That intro is, yeah, it could have been polished off with a bit more of talk sport. But listen,
what did you do on Facebook? What did you do? I don't know about
it. It was up at like 5:30 reviewing the game.
Yeah, I got invited on BBC 5 Live to review the game this morning. It's one of those, you know, like they call in for like 5 minutes to review it.
Yeah.
But I hunted down
in the morning to preview a game.
6:30, not 5:30. 6:30.
Review.
Okay. Listen, we got to get the Tapping Tobes brand out there. Do you know what I mean? Like 5:30 calling.
To be fair, I'm normally up at that time on Mondays.
Yeah. Even the Wi-Fi don't believe it.
Listen, if you want to make his brand, yeah, you see that? Wait, Matisse. If you want to
get that photo, someone get a photo of that, man.
No. Listen. If you want to get his brand up, yeah, he just needs to carry on with about a bit more of that twerking you done in that skullduggery with the eggs on his head, brother. Winner. Cha-ching.
Man said for the wrong reasons, you know.
I don't know what happened
for the wrong reasons.
Sorry, I'm back now.
You're back. You're back.
But yeah, so I went on, yeah, and it was this Arsenal fan, and she was just so obtuse in her takes and her opinions, and I'm just like, what the hell are you even saying? Like, you're just repeating everything I'm saying, but you're just saying it in a nonchalant way. And I was just like,
so they let you at it, yeah?
Yeah, so we were like not going at it, but like we were talking, like she's making points, I'm making points. She was just waffling, bro. And I'm like, come on, man. have some shame. Like I get it, you've won the game, you want to gloat and stuff, but just be logical in the things you're saying. You're just talking rubbish, bro. And I hunted down who she was, and she's got a rep already on Twitter. It's that GoonerGirl, you know, the same old Arsenal podcast, GoonerGirl 1989 or something like that. She's always getting into
it down.
Call outs. Okay. I didn't know we did that still. All right, let's do
They
this.
said
GoonerGirl. What did you say? Gooner what?
But like she must have got to you if you hunted
She
her
must have,
down.
yeah.
No, she pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, she pissed me off because she was just chatting rubbish, bro. I have no time. I have no patience for rubbish. And I even said it. I remember they locked it off when she was chatting some bullshit, and I just said, like, just be sensible in what you're saying. That's what I said. And then they're like, all right. And with that, I think it's time to end this and stuff. So they knew I was about to chew her head off. That's why they knew I was going to kill her.
Can I just say, you're already banned from Talk Sports, right? You don't want to get banned from BBC.
Don't care.
I know what I was going to say, man.
You're moving like
Ten
Hag, just
Ten Hag.
everything, bro. Like, what's next for you?
Matisse, you're gonna have to start searching different ways to try to build up this brother's brand. He's banned from all the big brands.
He's banned from everything, bro.
Don't care. My integrity is everything. I don't care about no big brand.
Your integrity is everything. This is the guy that went on Fox and said Pulisic is my favorite player. You better shut up.
I never said that. I said no.
And I tried to help him out, man, but he didn't listen.
No such thing. I said no such thing.
Pulisic is my favorite player.
Techie.
GoonerGirl 89.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, bring on the show, man. Now, man.
He disliked.
Speak to Arsenal fan Amanda from the same old Arsenal podcast and Spurs supporter Tobi, who hosts the Tap In Tobs YouTube channel.
So it's a poor corner from Bukayo Saka. How that ball ends up into the back of our net is it's still mystifying to this minute. Right?
Sorry, Tobi. Probably because it's not a poor corner.
No, it was a very poor corner. It's an easy header. It's an easy header from.
Well, he did. He headed it into the goal, didn't he?
Spurs had two big opportunities in the first half. We missed both, and we defended set pieces poorly. And that's
you didn't have any shots on target though, Tobi, to score. The only two shots you had were the goals you scored.
Sorry. Apologies. That's a ridiculous statement to make because we literally had. It's not a fact though because
you had two attempts on goal, and they were the two goals you scored.
No. I said Arsenal had 4 attempts in the first half, and you had 2 shots on target. And you scored 3 goals. I didn't say Tottenham had that.
I love Spurs fans. So delusional.
Wait. Sorry.
I could listen to this all show, to be honest. But
you need to be a bit more sensible in your responses, to be honest.
I'm totally.
I think we're going to draw a line now.
Nah, she killed you. Tobi, she had you there, man. I can't lie.
She didn't have me anyway. She's an idiot. She's just chatting rubbish. She's an idiot. You're a moron, man.
How quick is Skull, man? Seriously, this guy deserves a raise, man. Generally, Skull, man.
She's an absolute moron. Sorry, I don't have time for people like that. Idiot. Sorry.
And you can tell it was his morning voice as well. He was proper, like, you know, just
he's not in the mood.
He was not in the mood.
I had no tolerance for her nonsense. I literally said Arsenal had 4 attempts, 2 shots on target, and they were 3-0 up. And she goes, "Oh, but you didn't have any shots on target." I said, "I know. I didn't say we had any shots on target. I said Arsenal had 4 attempts, 2 on target. Are you deaf or something? Like, are you stupid?"
Okay, so can I ask you
your emotions
between her and the Sheffield United fan? Which one's the worst? Her and the Sheffield United fan. Which one?
It's a tie at the moment. It's a tie at the moment.
It's a tie, man.
Let's not start him, man. Let's not start him. He's got enough on his plate to remind him of the Sheffield United crew.
Yo, for real.
They've been relegated, so that battle's been won. They're muddied. Okay. Over 100 goals conceded. They're buried in the dirt, and I'm gonna be there to dance in their grave. Last game of the season, right? This one, I need Arsenal to lose the league title. So yeah,
you need Man City. You need to talk to your brother over there.
I talk to me though, man. Let's start. Like, we got home team. Yeah, you was there, innit? Yeah, you was there.
You know I was there, bro.
No, because I know you got back from America yesterday as well, innit?
I got back on Saturday. Yeah. But yeah, no. I was there. It was just I was looking forward to the game. I thought we were gonna give a good account for ourselves, and not in my wildest dreams did I think Spurs would be 3-0 down in, I can't even remember how long it was, 3-0 down in 39 minutes at home. And what makes it even more sickening is that Arsenal were 3-0 up without really having to break a sweat. And that's the most disappointing thing for me. And people will say I'm hating or Tobs, you're hating. I don't think it's hate to say that Arsenal didn't play well. They didn't play well. I'm sorry. They did not play well. I don't think you were bad, but I don't think you played well. Nowhere near good enough to be 3-0 up.
Depends what our like if the tactics were, which it looked like to soak it up and counter you and take our chances.
That's fine. I have no qualms with your tactics, but your tactic was not to turn over possession as many times as you did in the first half. Your tactic was not to be second in your duels up until the probably the second goal. I don't think that was your tactic. So let's just call a spade, right? Arsenal did what they needed to do in the first half. You were clinical, and you defended your set pieces better than we defended our set pieces. But I mean, come on. It's a game of gifts, because we can talk about the Raya gift to Romero. That was a blatant gift. We can talk about Declan Rice, but we can also talk about Højbjerg heading the ball into his own net. And in that moment, goals change games. We had started the game, the better of the two sides. Yes, your tactic was to sit back, but I felt in the first half we actually were able to.
You can't compare the gifts, though.
How can we not? You scored an own goal, Turkish. We scored an own goal.
Højbjerg thing is the Raya thing is a travesty. Like, you can't compare the two. Like, man the ball in from corners like all the time. Like
Turkish. How can you say you can't compare the two? He's literally headed the ball into his own net.
Yeah, but
it's an easy header, Turkish. He headed the ball into his own net.
That's unfortunate. The corners come into a decent area, and it's unfortunate.
And that's the same way I could say, okay, fine. Raya's unfortunate because Richarlison and Romero are pressing him. I can say the same thing, but
he had so many different options. Højbjerg had pretty much one option: go for it or don't go for it. He went for
Turkish. Why are you trying to justify this? If your defender scores that own goal, you're fuming. What are we saying here?
Yeah, but it's
you're trying to say, oh, one is less of a gift than the other. The point I'm making is they're both gifts. It doesn't matter whether one is less than the other. They're both gifts. What are you talking about?
Nah, bro. One's completely different level spectrum to the other one in comparison.
No, do you know what, Tobs? I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Because you guys are so weak on set pieces consecutively, it's not like as if you guys are good on set pieces and you had a fuck up and it was like out of the blue. You guys were getting destroyed on set pieces the whole time. So it was kind of like it was because of Arsenal's consistency with the set pieces and the quality of the delivery.
Bro, are you not actually having a laugh here? I'm not talking about the
you guys are bad on set pieces.
I'm not talking about the third goal.
When your own defender heads the ball in the back of the net, it's a gift.
Bro, what are you saying? This is what I'm saying. Are you not actually saying this to piss me off?
Can I ask you something? In the same game, one of your defenders heads the ball in the back of the net like that, and your keeper also just gives it to the opposition like that. Which one is more of a fucking gift? Which one is
that's not what I'm arguing.
But that's all I said. I said one's more of a gift than the other.
Why does it matter if one's more of a gift than the other? The fact of the matter is they're both gifts.
Yeah, but you know why it matters? Because what Matisse said, this season we've been top at set pieces and you have struggled recently with set pieces. So it's something that even Chris Hudson messaged me the morning of the match and said, I think we're going to win it through set pieces.
Who the hell is Chris Hudson?
It was always going to be...
AFTV legend, man.
You know him, the OG. They were back in the day. Even Gazidi's out and, all of these people. But yeah, he messaged set pieces was always going to be a thing. And we took advantage of it. Højbjerg was unfortunate. Raya wasn't unfortunate. Both gifts, but one is a fucking...
No, that's...
And one is a...
To be fair, if Højbjerg doesn't head that, what happens if he doesn't head it? You know what I mean?
You're not actually having me on here. I am not saying he shouldn't head the ball. Head it away from our goal. How does that ball end up?
The ball's to the left of him. He can't.
I'm not going to let you do this. I ain't going to let you do this. I don't care. No. That goal was literally right in front of me. I've seen the replays over and over again. There's absolutely no way on earth you're justifying that ball should be in the back of our net. It wasn't even a good corner from Saka. I know that Arsenal have been sick on set pieces this season. And that's why I'm so disappointed in us, in our inability to deal with Arsenal on set pieces generally. It was poor. But the fact of the matter is this. There's absolutely no way. When that ball went in, not once did I think this is ending up in a goal. Because the cross itself was so low. Højbjerg got to the ball first before Tomiyasu. Yes, Tomiyasu's nudged him. There's no way that should be ending up in the back of your net. What am I saying here?
It was unfortunate, right?
Oh, fuck off, man. Honestly, if man are gonna do this, I can't even be bothered, bro. Whatever, bro.
I'm not GoonerGirl, you know. Relax,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Just, this ain't a continuation of your talk, bro.
Nah, man. I'm not doing this. I ain't doing this. If this is what you're gonna do, I'm not doing this, bro. What's the point, man?
Move on then. Move on.
Let's move on. Because if we're actually not gonna talk, if we're not gonna talk football properly, then there's no point. There's no point.
All right. Can you?
No point of the show. Like, what we saying? What we doing there? No point. What?
But you lot talk about the game.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, what's the point in me giving my opinion if man are actually trying to actually take the piss? Like, you're having me on. If you're defender,
what do you lot think?
No.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not even taking the piss. I'm not even taking the piss. The ball was coming in, and Højbjerg's going in a direction. His momentum's taking him to the left, taking him towards goal. So unless he gets underneath the ball, it's going towards goal. And if he doesn't touch it, Tomiyasu's on it. So I'm just saying, it's not like as if his momentum's not taking him that way anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so it's not an easy header.
I saw your post-match reaction when they thrashed you 5-0. And you were going.
Oh my days! Why are you bringing it up for? Why are you bringing it up?
No, because I have to. Because you were going at Booty. You're going at Booty Yasil. You're going at Disasi. If that was Booty Yasil or Disasi that headed that ball and it ends in the back of the net,
centre backs, experienced centre backs, like you're meant to be good in there.
Højbjerg, they're professional footballers. Listen, we don't have to dwell on this point. We can agree to disagree. The fact of the matter is, in my opinion, that's a gift. You don't give away a goal like that in a North London derby. And that set the tone for what happened for the remainder of the first half. The second goal, we've seen that time and time again this season. Maddison, who was abysmal in that game, and we'll talk on him later.
We have to talk about him.
But man want to talk about him. But when we talk about Maddison, I'm just going to bring up a couple of stats because I know people like to be disingenuous sometimes. So I'm going to bring up a couple of stats on another midfielder in that game, and let's see the narrative that forms. Cool. So the second goal is symptomatic of what we've seen all season, and I've said this a million times on the show. It does not matter how well or how poor Spurs are playing. We are too open, and we commit too many bodies forward, way too many bodies forward, to the point where when the move breaks down, all a team has to do is literally kick it up top. It doesn't even have to be aimed, but in this situation, Kai Havertz, he actually plays a good pass into Bukayo Saka. And come on, man, you can't believe in Ben Davies with Bukayo Saka. Like, you just cannot be doing that. That is barbecue chicken right there. When Bukayo Saka saw that, killed the ball dead with the first touch, come on. And everyone in the stadium knew what was going to happen. Game over. And the third goal, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Pathetic. I don't know what these men are doing with a set piece defending. And I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the coaching. Arsenal, it's clear how Arsenal take their set pieces. They go from the back and then they make their movements and they always look for the near post header. I don't know what benefit there was by doing zonal marking against Arsenal in that situation, especially after you've been burnt for the first goal. It was poor defending, and it was a game that we did not need to let get to 3-0. It beggars belief. Arsenal had 4 attempts in the first half, 2 on target, and they're 3-0 up with what, like 20-something% possession. I understand that the tactic was to sit back, but my goodness, that was not a 3-0 game. And somehow, because of our ineptitude defensively, we've made that a 3-0 game. Arsenal could have believed their luck. Arsenal played 10 times better last season and were only 2-0 up. They didn't even play to 30% of the level they played last season at our ground, and they were 3-0 up. So I'm not even vexed at Arsenal. I'm vexed at our team because it was just gifts, poor defending, schoolboy stuff. And against the top side, you're going to get punished. And then when we talk about gifts and not punishing teams, Romero, I thought he had a great game, by the way, but he's got to score that header. Kai Havertz didn't miss his header. Bukayo Saka didn't miss his chance. Romero has got to score that header. Son,
I was saying that as well.
This is the 5th or 6th game in a row where the guy's been stinky. Clean through on goal in the first half. Fantastic pass from Pedro Porro. Clean through on goal. He kills it dead. That's easy money for Son. And he doesn't even get it on target. He blazes it over the bar. When that happens, the game's over. So we can talk about the second half. Yes, I agree. The second half, fortuitous circumstances, right? Because Raya basically gives us a leg back into the game, because I think at that point, Romero, Kulusevski, Porro, and Vicario and Van de Ven, those are the only players that were trying to win every something. The rest of the players, they just weren't on it. They weren't on anything.
You agree with this?
One was a forced error and one was unforced. No, I don't agree. I don't agree. But yeah, I think David Raya almost cost you lot the game, because he gave us the leg up we didn't need. And I think from there we tried and we were, but to be honest, we didn't create enough to win that game. So when I say we didn't create enough to win that game, we didn't create enough to overturn a 3-0 deficit and win the game 4-3. I thought we created enough to get a point. And I think on big chances, I think we created more clear-cut chances than Arsenal. Our XG was higher. We had more attempts on goal. But what really disappointed me the most is 3-0 down. You had the entire second half. We didn't create a single clear-cut opportunity in open play. Not a single clear-cut opportunity in open play.
There's context on that XG though because of the penalty, and obviously Arsenal.
Yeah, I know.
Basically, just your goals as well. Yeah,
That's
I know.
what
But I'm saying with the XG, yeah, the pen, yeah.
We deserved our win though. We deserved our win.
I'm not disputing what you deserved. I'm saying that Spurs, that game didn't need to be 3-0 in the first half. I'm not coming here saying, oh, you deserve to lose, oh, it's a fake result. We didn't defend well enough and we got punished. I have no qualms about the result. I only have an issue with our performance defensively, with how we set up defensively. Honestly.
But this has been kind of the narrative that we've been speaking about Ange's big match, or the way he sets up. Now, I agree with you on quite a lot of the points. I thought Spurs' final chance, final shot, final end pass was poor, but you did do a decent enough job in terms of the build up and everything up to a certain point, the penalty area. But you can't be 3-0 down in 30 odd minutes in a North London derby to your fiercest rivals when so much is at stake for everyone. And for that, there has to be a lot of question marks asked about this coach. Now, before you go, let me because he was asked.
You didn't say anything.
Just in case you do, you still said something. But because he was asked about his teams defending and especially at set piece and everything. Now, I want to ask you guys, or I want to discuss with you guys his response. Yeah, his response was something along the lines of, "If you think that's a problem, or I'm worried about that," or something along those lines. He often gives these wishy-washy answers where it's either mad naivety, which we all, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, it's naive. That's his philosophy. Every time he's asked about his team's defensive setup and shape, either it's mad naivety, or guys, and even though he's done a brilliant job nearly getting you in top 4 and he's got the good feel factor back up, is there a hint of arrogance slowly coming through now in terms of his replies and his nonchalant replies to not addressing the situation? He could have easily said, yeah, there's issues we need to work on, but he keeps brushing them off and trying to get away with it. Like,
you asking me or you asking these up?
Everyone. You obviously because you're the Spurs guy, but
I'll go first.
I've noticed a lot of this from Ange now. I've noticed this a lot of Ange now.
So I'll go first.
Paints him as a Mr. Nice Guy, but I think
he is a Mr. Nice Guy. He's just blunt. And second of all, I think that interview has been taken out of context. He didn't say we don't have a defensive issue. I think it's sound bites again. People looking at the first line he said and are basically insinuating that he said there's no defensive issue. He literally said, it's not just the set pieces. He says it's more. He says that we gave Arsenal too much space. He says that we're poor in defensive set pieces. He said all of the things that you're asking him to say. He said all of it. He said all of those things in his interview.
So therefore, I take back the arrogant part. Then it's tactical naivety.
Yeah,
that part. Then?
I don't want to call
it. As I said, it's either mad tactical naivety, because we're not talking about 1 or 2 games, 5 games, 10 games. It's game week 34,
33 for us. 33 for us.
And we all discussed Ange, and we all discussed it. And we said, look, let him settle down, guys. This is his way of playing.
So I get your point.
I said, look, Derby, man, they've had 2 weeks off to prepare for this game, and you're 3-0 down. And as Turkish says, From an Arsenal point of view, unreal victory. That takes big balls to go to your fiercest rivals. If I'm an Arsenal fan today, I'm saying I can't give a shit how we played. We went to North London, across the road, in a title race where everyone was waiting for us to drop points. Everyone was saying, this is the game. This is the game. We came out with 3 points basically after half an hour. So I don't give a shit how they played or we played. That's how I would say Arsenal point of view. But from a Spurs point of view, going forward, because that's what you're doing, right? You want to try to take this into next season and everything and learn and see how you can progress. If it's not arrogance, and I agree with you now, you painted a proper picture of what he said, there's some mad tactical naivety still taking place in game week 34.
I think it's harsh to just go in on the Spurs defense, because I think there was I think they did defend quite well for large parts of the game, particularly in the second half. But I mean, you need a lot of luck first of all to win league championships, and you need a lot of luck as well to win derbies. And you know what I mean? Like it could have not been 3-0 if that Van de Ven goal is given by that much, whatever was offside. The whole dynamic of the game changes. What was it, 1-0 at that point? It was 1-0, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The whole dynamic completely changed. All of a sudden, the Spurs stadium is up. Arsenal have gone back into their shell a little bit, and it's a totally different game of football. So I think it's a bit naive just because they were 3-0 up after half an hour to just go in on the Tottenham defense. I thought Van de Ven defended very well. I thought Romero was pretty good in defense. I think the outlier was probably, as you already said, Ben Davies up against Bukayo Saka. That was always going to be a mismatch. So I don't know about defensive naivety or tactical naivety. I think there's a lot of luck, and I think Arsenal.
No, but for the second goal though, to be exposed the way they were, and have them Ben Davies as your last man, that is defensive.
It's not the first time though, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If this keeps happening, then that's not just one off.
Havertz didn't have to do an Odegaard type eye of the needle, thread it and break lines. Havertz got his head up and suddenly saw Saka running away into oceans of space in minute 35 of a North London derby, which was supposed to be the biggest one of, I don't know, since you lot talking about.
So I think I do agree with you, Grizz. I don't think he's naive, right? I'm not sure if he's arrogant, but he's unwilling to change, right? He's unwilling to change, and I give him grace because it's his first season, and I think I think the positives massively outweigh the negatives. But Ange says a lot of things about wanting to win trophies, etc., etc. Even in his interview, he says about how we gave up too many. We gave Arsenal's players too much space and time, and that's not what he wants. My thing is, if that's not what you want, then the setup is a contradiction, because the setup by default allows Arsenal's dangerous players to have space, allows teams we play the opportunity to have space. And if you keep allowing top players the space, you're giving your defenders too much to do, right? We're saying it here. We're saying
the person. Why do you change some of the personnel up? Højbjerg, Benton.
He had to. Yeah. So for me, he had to change the personnel, in my opinion, in the midfield, which I don't actually think was bad. I don't think the midfield was that bad. Okay, Højbjerg pissed me off with that shitty goal, but in possession, in terms of winning the ball back, I don't think the midfield was that much of an issue. I'm talking about the double pivot. The biggest disappointment in the midfield was Maddison. The biggest disappointment in the midfield was Maddison, because he's the one that's meant to be our creative hub.
I'm disappointed with him, man. I can't lie to you, man. I rate Maddison.
I'll let you go. But the biggest disappointment for me was Maddison, because Arsenal's tactic is not too dissimilar to tactics that we've seen set up by Wolves, set up by Palace, by so many teams that we've had in recent months, where they crowd the midfield. They block our passing lanes into Maddison, right? They're blocking our ability to get the ball into Son and Maddison in central areas, and it leaves us having to go out wide. When we go out wide, everyone knows what happens. Our wide players are not good enough. So what happens when the ball goes out wide? We lose the ball, we turn it over, we don't really score as many goals. It's the same old. And I'm not saying this to criticize Kulu, because I think Kulusevski was actually good yesterday.
He was your best player for me.
Kulusevski. He was one of our best players, but in the end of the day, as good as he was, ineffective in the final third. And I think in a game like yesterday, you want James Maddison. Yes, Thomas Partey and Declan Rice aren't letting you get the ball in the areas you want. But when you do drop deep, try and make something happen. Try and drop a shoulder. Try and do the things that you were doing before. I've said this so many times in 2024. I don't think James Maddison's people are going too in on the form. I don't even think he's been bad his form. I don't think he's been bad. Yesterday, he was bad. But I don't think, if you look at his performances on average, I don't even think he's been that bad. But the problem with Maddison is you can't be lukewarm. You can't be on this Lele thing.
That's what I was going to say.
It doesn't run. You can't be meaty. And it pisses me off. Too good to be meaty. Like, we need James Maddison hooping in this game. Because when he hoops in this game, it's a different scenario for Tottenham. So for me, when we talk about the midfield changes, I think the double pivot change, it was needed because Basuma has been playing terribly, and Sarr obviously, to be fair, Sarr probably could have started, and he probably should have started.
That's what I thought. Sarr would at least.
Apparently, he's got a back injury.
But he's been struggling with niggles the last couple of weeks, and even then, Bentancur was good. Did Bentancur look bad to you? He was winning the ball back. He was driving with the ball. I don't think he was bad. So for me, when Sarr came on, when Sarr and Basuma came on, what did you really notice that was different in terms of the ball progression? The work that was done in the middle third was not bad. We won the ball back a good amount of times off Arsenal.
Yeah, it was your forward and creative side. I agree with you.
That's where we come in, and in terms of how we've improved
exactly.
Defensively, we don't give that. All Tottenham's chances, pretty much all. Son's one came straight through the between the lines, but
everything else was from wide. Just
some chance wasn't gifted. What are you talking about?
Bro, them crosses were so bad.
The some chance wasn't gifted. I'm talking to Saeed.
Brennan Johnson.
No.
Brennan Johnson.
Yeah.
What Brennan Johnson?
No, I was just saying, like, in terms of the quality, what you're saying, like Brennan Johnson.
Quality,
Timo Werner is a waste of time on that flank, and it was said when he was recruited.
So, like, and this is the thing. I don't want to, like, because Arsenal fans will look at this and say, "Oh, he's not giving Arsenal credit." I think Arsenal came. They didn't need to play well. They didn't need to play well. They did the job. For you to only have 4 shots, two on target, and you're 3-0 up, that's a clinical team. That's a clinical team, and to hold on and basically give us zero XG from open play in the second half, right? From open play, I'm not counting the penalty. Like, well, I say 0 XG where you've not chucked the ball to us, courtesy of David Raya. I think Arsenal deserve credit, but that's nothing new. We've been praising Arsenal's defense all season. Arsenal have the best defense in the league for a reason. If you're going free, pardon?
This one, our efficiency. Well, one thing we haven't really been praised for consistently is our efficiency in front of goal. This game, we had to be efficient. This is one of the rare games where I don't think we accumulated a hell of a lot of chances. Well, created a lot. Tottenham had more of the possession. And you're right, in the first half, you lot were the aggressors. But we had to, make use of the few chances we had. And in the first half, we did that. And it's not often I can say that. We all talk about our attackers over the years, not just this season, last season. We talk about our strikers, are they the man to lead the line and so on. On Havertz, because he's been mentioned a couple of times already, I wrote him off completely, and that's what I've been wrong with. I wrote him off completely. I joked last show, Tobs wasn't here. I joked about, humble pie delicious. That's not a joke, because there's much.
I think everyone does. It's not just you, though, Turkish. Everyone thought it was going to be a flop.
But speak for yourself. Why are you speaking to me?
No. Me and Grizz were on
pardon? Yeah, Hughie.
It made sense to us. You guys were all jumping on the bandwagon of, this guy's a flop. It makes no sense. And we said, if Arteta wants a specific piece for his jigsaw and it works, you can't argue with the outcome. You know what I'm saying? And
but were you surprised by the transfer, the fee?
No,
just the price. Just the price, me.
The price is a lot, but Arteta was willing to take the risk, and he's back to chat. Is he not the second, third top scorer for Arsenal this season?
In the league, he's second, I think. 12 goals now.
Bro, he's justified his price tag, man. He's justified the transfer. Arteta's done a good job there. People seem to think that
100%
Arteta's done a really good job there. People were too quick to say this guy was crap at Chelsea, and I tell you all the time about Chelsea. It's a poison chalice. It's a bad place for players who are developing and need a bit of good coaching, i.e. Mudryk. Didn't do me any favors the other day, but you know what I'm saying? Arteta goes and gets his hands on a player he clearly views has unique qualities and specific qualities that he wants in his team. He goes and gets it. It works out well. And it took plenty of you 6, 7, 8, 9 months to go. Oh, it makes sense.
So while you're basking in your glory, let me ask you, what about Timo Werner? What about him? Is he good? It's just Chelsea's fault? No, because you said Ange is a great signing. Like, you guys need to get on board Timo Werner. I'm watching Timo Werner.
What I said about Werner was, whoa, let's not mumble jumble here, right? What I said about Timo Werner was, he's a very typical Ange signing. I compared him to Daizen Maeda at Celtic is exactly what I did, and I say the exact same about Maeda that I'll say about Werner. Very fast, very athletic, minimum ball ability, but he's a very typical Ange signing. You're going to have to get accustomed to a Tottenham Hotspur under Ange Postecoglou. The signings won't make sense. Havertz didn't make sense. But I'm not going to compare Arteta and Arsenal to Ange and Tottenham. I have totally different expectations for both.
I'm not asking you to. I'm saying, with all due respect, I'm not gonna.
You know what?
With all due respect, I'm not gonna accept shit players at Spurs. What the hell? What does that even mean? I said the same thing with Timo Werner, and everyone was calling me a hater in January. Oh, he's only here for a loan. He's not good enough. I said the same thing with Brennan Johnson in the summer. Oh, you're a hater. I don't even think Brennan has been bad for Spurs. I think he's been actually quite good in his form the last couple of weeks. But the fact of the matter is, he's not good enough. He's not good enough to be starting week in, week out for Tottenham. So with all due respect, we're not just going to do this and be like, oh yeah, because he's an Ange signing, yay, let's get on board. No, it doesn't work like that, bro. We actually want to try and win.
I'm not some sort of a transfer guru that every transfer I say is going to work out, hits the jackpot. All I said was Havertz made sense to me. I'm just saying. Usually Manchester
City
made sense. Doesn't mean every transfer I've ever talked about has to hit the jackpot. Do you know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is usually Manchester City. Usually Manchester City.
What do you think about Gallagher?
Usually Manchester City fans. Hold on. Let me make my point. Usually Manchester City fans will analyze their transfers based on trophies. And Havertz won the Champions League, Club World Cup, and Super Cup at Chelsea. He hasn't won shit for Arsenal yet. But now we're looking at his performances. So you guys need to pick, because when we're talking about Grealish, it's about the trophies and the treble. Don't disrespect Chelsea too much, because we brought that brother a Champions League with a great defense.
Bloody speak on it.
Let's relax with that.
So what you're doing is you're comparing the trajectory of Chelsea Football Club at that point to the trajectory of Manchester City Football Club at that point. It was quite clear that our signings made sense moving forward. You were shooting shit in the dark and hoping it lands in the toilet, and none of it did.
I'm not hoping shit. I watched him for 3 years with what I actually witnessed, and I said in the same league, I just don't see him massively improving. Right? Based on what I watched.
Let's go back to it.
Yeah. Let's have a Tobs and Matisse in particular.
Okay. You want my opinion?
No, because I've agreed with you, man, with the Havertz thing. I didn't think he was good enough. I questioned the signing, but we're looking at it now. And listen, if he gives the majority of the 2024 performances consistently, then I'm happy. But what are you two saying about Havertz now? Put the venom aside.
Okay, so let me put the venom aside. Yeah. He played well yesterday.
They don't need to. They just speak with the venom.
I just know their honesty. I actually want to know what they honestly.
You don't need to put venom.
Don't be impressed.
My honest opinion is this, right? He played well yesterday. He's been in good form for Arsenal. I said what I said on Twitter yesterday. Spurs, because he scored and assisted yesterday, and he's got the 2 goals against Chelsea. 2 Big Six teams, he's got 4 goal contributions in 2 games. You can't argue against that. Like, he's actually made his presence felt in that game. But that being said, as good as this guy has been in 2024, my eyes are just not going to deceive me. I'm sorry. He's not a good player. He's not good. I don't rate him.
Though, yesterday, though, let me tell you something. His link-up play yesterday, though, Tobi, his link-up play yesterday was actually quality, man. He was getting in the pocket.
I think Arteta's made him a much better all-round footballer. I think he could always finish. He always had goals in him, but Arteta's made him a better player.
Can I weigh in, right?
Okay, so you're telling me that you didn't see Kai Havertz play like this at Chelsea. You're going to lie here and tell me you didn't see him play like this.
He's going to lie and say he hasn't seen. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
He's going to lie here and tell me he didn't play like this.
He's going to lie. Same thing he said Jackson's a terrible footballer, can't do nothing, can't do anything. So it's fine, whatever. Skew the analysis right now.
I've got some agenda against Chelsea, bro. I was happy to take my licks with Cole Palmer 2 weeks ago. I was like, I said he wouldn't work out well. He's falling out. Fair enough.
You said
Jackson is a terrible footballer, and Arteta's made. Why have you got so much venom towards these guys, man? Why can't you just say, you know what?
Turkish asked for our opinion. And we're giving our opinion. I said he's been good for Arsenal. So he's been good for Arsenal in the last couple of weeks, maybe months for Arsenal. But I don't think he's a good player. And I'm sorry.
That's fair. I agree.
65 million pound, 65 million pound for that. That's not good value for money. Oh, so yes, he's doing well, but that's not good value for money. It's Richarlison. When Richarlison was scoring all these goals for Spurs, did that make you guys rate him any different? Did you think all of a sudden he was a good player?
What's your metric? He's effective and he's efficient. What's your metric? My metric
for a good player is a good player, because you're very inconsistent in how you judge players.
Oh, you should have said okay.
No, but you're talking from a place where you're expecting, and I get why you're talking from this place where you're expecting, let's call it the inevitable, the drop off, and then it's going to go up and down, and like his Chelsea career, and then the inconsistency is going to be the biggest flaw of him. I guess that's what you're expecting. But let's say Arteta gets this version of Havertz moving forward 80% of the time, 90% of the time.
Then he gets so much credit. 100% he gets so much credit.
I'll change my mind.
But hold on.
But you are saying this level that he's at now, he's a good player, is what I'm saying. You're saying he's not a good player because you're judging also in the back of your mind.
No. I'm saying he's not a good player because I've literally watched him play like a sack of shit for Arsenal this season. That's not made up. That's not make believe. He was a non-entity for 6 months. Why are we pretending?
Madison played like a sack of shit yesterday.
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what?
Turkish. Okay, so now I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Tobi, please. You've been talking a lot. Please let me weigh in. You must have spoken for about half an hour of this show so far. Please let me talk. Right? Let me talk. I don't want this to turn into a Havertz hate episode because he's had a great week, and when that happened last time, fair enough. I'm going to be honest. It shouldn't have happened. He had a great week. But what I'm saying is, right, if he plays like how he's played this week against his ops in the big games, right, as Arsenal fans keep saying, 80% of the time, fantastic. But Arsenal fans just a couple of weeks ago, I must spin it back on you. A couple of weeks ago, you guys were saying we need Isak. We need a new striker, right? And I'm not hearing that you guys are trying to move him back into midfield because now he's partying Rice. So let me spin it back on you. If you don't need a striker, hold on a second. If you don't need a striker, hold on, let me land.
When did I say we don't need a striker? I haven't asked you.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. No, bro, let me land. I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying the why.
I said Venom aside.
It's not Venom. It's not Venom. It's not Venom.
Why is it Venom to say that we don't rate him? Why is that Venom?
It's not Venom.
Because you started mentioning Isak.
Oh my
God.
No, because you're not listening. You're not listening.
I haven't asked that.
Listen.
All I've asked is your opinions on
You must rate Kai Havertz. If you don't rate Kai Havertz, you are a hater.
No, I'm a host as well. Like I said, the majority of this.
You haven't let me land.
No. Because you're not landing on the right.
But you know what I'm going to say. You have no idea what I'm going to say. You don't know what I'm going to say. You don't know what I'm going to say.
I'm asking you about Kai, not the need of a new striker. I can tell you now, I still, and a lot of Arsenal fans still want a new striker, yes.
So then what are we discussing?
What I'm asking you is, I was the first one to hold my hands up here. I said I had Havertz written off this season. I said that. I said, but he's proving me wrong. I said he's doing bits now in the calendar year 2024. If he maintains these performances, I'm happy. I put my hands up first. Then I asked you both for your unbiased opinion without venom. Tobi started like he was going to give it, but we've gone off track all of a sudden. And
I did give it. What do you want me to say? Turkish.
Then we'll get
what
to
do you want me to say? Turkish, honestly, what do you want me to say? Tell me what you want me to say.
Let me finish. Tobs, just let me finish. I said he's had a good week. I said he's had a good week.
We're still here, yeah?
I'm still not landing. What's going on? Can I just land my point?
Tobs has asked me a question as well. And at the end of the day,
but he keeps starting in.
Sorry, I'm going on mute.
Can you just let me land?
Tobs is asking, what do I want from him? When I asked you, Tobs, if he maintains this level of performance over the couple months, like you've said, moving forward, would that be good? You said yes. So it's evident that you not calling him a good player now is based off of the past. I haven't asked you about the past because I agree with you on that. At Chelsea, bro, we was both laughing at him on this show. At Arsenal in the first half of the season, I was getting as much, if not more, abuse than you, man, about my opinion on Havertz. What I'm asking now is, has this been good enough? Is this a good player you're seeing now? Because we've very rarely seen a good player in Havertz over the 5 years he's been in England. Is this the best version of Havertz we're seeing?
I've just said he's had a great week. If he maintains this level, then he's good enough. The reason why I bring up the conversation from just a couple of weeks ago, when you guys had lost 2 times in a week and hadn't won in a week, is because you were talking about a new striker. Now, if Havertz goes to the bench next season because you get a new striker and you don't want him in midfield because you're happy with your pivot and Odegaard, then I can't call him a good signing at this price tag. So he has to be a consistent starter and he has to be spearheading Arsenal in whatever position you put him in. So that's why I bring up the striker. Kai Havertz right now is Arsenal's leading striker. He's playing well. He's putting in performances against big teams. He's having big moments, and he's doing the all-round game plus the end product. So right now, it's very good. But I'm not going to do this sway thing where it's like, 1 minute we rate him, 1 minute we don't, which is what Arsenal fans do, by the way. And just like Ramsdale, now he's benched by Raya. Oh, fuck you. We don't want to see from you again, because that's exactly what's going to happen next season if you get the striker. So let's just wait. He's had a good week. Yeah. Let's see if the transfer market reflects what you guys actually think of him right now. Because if he is this guy, then you don't need a new striker like top end, do you? Because you just play him. That's it.
So I just want to add another point, because they said all this about Jesus last season, and now all of a sudden, Jesus isn't good enough. Get him out of the club. Kai Havertz is better. Before ball was kicked, before ball was kicked this season, not a single Arsenal fan would have wanted Kai Havertz up top over Jesus. And Turkish, your point on, you're judging him on past things. I'm not judging him on past things. This season literally happened. The haram was literally this season. You said, what's your opinion on Kai Havertz? I said, he's played well for the most part in 2024. He's delivering for Arsenal. He's scored in big games. He's getting you clutch goals. He's doing well for Arsenal.
But then if I ask you about Maddison, this is where the venom comes in. Havertz has played as good. Havertz has played better, has had as much of a period this season for Arsenal as Maddison has had at Tottenham.
But do you know what the difference is? Do you know what the difference is?
No, the difference is, I'll tell you a difference. The expectation of Maddison coming in is sky high. Even I like Maddison. It's sky high. Expectation is, but when you're talking about reviewing him this season, you don't talk about the last 3 months he's been dead. You still hold on to the first 6 months he's been good.
No, I don't. I literally just said to you in 2024, since this guy's come back from injury, he's not been good. I said to you, the difference is, I don't think he's been putting in stinkers, but we didn't buy Maddison to be lukewarm. I said that. So what are you talking about clinging on to his old form? No, if that was the case, I wouldn't be asking for him to be dropped against Chelsea. I wouldn't. If I was clinging on to his old form, I wouldn't be asking him to be dropped. I wouldn't be criticizing his performances. This is not the first time I've come on here and criticized Maddison's performance. So you're being disingenuous here. You want me to rate Kai Havertz. I don't rate him. I think he's a poor finisher. Wait, 1 sec. I think he's a poor finisher. I think his link play is overstated. I think outside of aerial jewels and a little bit of pace, I don't think he offers much in the game of football. So I don't know what you want me to say. I don't think he's good. When Richarlison, wait 1 sec, and my last point is this: when Richarlison was scoring goals, did that all of a sudden make you think he's a good player? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Did I come in here forcing you to say, no, what do you think of him now? You must say he's a good player. Richarlison has got what? He's got a better goal scoring ratio than Kai Havertz.
I never thought Richarlison was a bad player. Like,
yeah, but it's not about a bad player. I don't rate Kai Havertz. Sometimes I go over the top and say he's crap, he's this. Obviously, he's not crap. But within the context of the fee you paid for him and the praise and the hype that this guy has got since he's come to England, I don't rate him. He's not good enough. What do you want me to say? He's not good enough.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? I'm more than happy for this. I was ready to come and praise him today, and then we've had this whole spiel now going in the opposite direction. We've gone in the wrong direction today for Havertz, but it is what it is. It's fine. I don't give a damn. But I am more than happy to be proven wrong. I will have to eat humble pie. But my thing is with Arsenal is that you're very quick for us to please, give this guy his praise, his props. And then you'll literally bin him the very next year. And then what? Make us look silly. You man are ready to just flip him on the next big thing. Oh, yeah, he's on the bench now. We don't need him. Zinchenko, after guiding you guys to a title race. Hold on, let me land. Zinchenko was integral in your title race last season. Suddenly he's a scrub now. The disrespect is mad. The same goes for Jesus.
You never heard Arsenal fans want Zinchenko replaced last season. Don't act like you did. The Arsenal fans say they want Zinchenko.
But did he not have incredible games? Did he not have incredible games?
If you wanted to come on here and praise Havertz, when someone asks you what you think of Havertz without bias and venom, you give that praise that you
we did give that praise.
Because you're talking that I said he had a great week.
He started
because I said he had a great week, but you guys because I said he had a great week. I said he had a great week, and I was going to talk about his performances, but I'm talking about that in isolation because what you guys want is a general point, and you're not going to get it just blasé like that. It's not going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when I think you guys are probably going to replace him in the 11. Like, what is this? You guys are literally prepping to replace him in the 11. So why would I go over the edge for Havertz to overcake it for you guys to go and bench him next season? What kind of dumb shit is that? So I'm just saying, in isolation, these performances have been very good. I'm very impressed.
Is every 50 million signing or 60 million signing that's been on City's bench over the years, they've won stuff. Have all of them been bad signings then?
Some of them have been bad signings.
Let's not bring the price down.
Some of them have been bad signings, and when I've called it out, guess what was said? Oh, you've got an agenda, Tobs.
Yeah, but you talk about Grealish in particular. Matisse doesn't. Matisse is raising this point.
I don't talk about Grealish. I talk about Nunes. I talk about Kovacic.
100%. That's what I'm saying. There's more examples there. We can talk about Stones, 50 mil. He doesn't play a lot of games a season, but he gets credit. No one says, "Oh, he's on the bench, so 50 million, he's a poor signing." But when it comes to
Turkish, I said this years ago with John Stones.
I
said this years ago with John Stones.
No. But forget John Stones, bro. That's not the point I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the levels are different when bro. I think Havertz should be an impact player next season. It doesn't mean that if we go into a period of winning top trophies and he plays a part and he's getting goals in rotation off the bench, playing some games, that he turns out to be a poor signing. That's not the only metric for a good signing.
Is he the highest paid player in your team? You've mentioned this many times, and you're ready for him to be an impact player, and that's a good use of resources. I personally don't understand how that makes sense. Because if that's Chelsea, you guys are not calling that a good use of resources for the highest paid player to be an impact player. That's just me.
No,
I don't get that. Maybe we disagree. I don't know.
Listen, that's something that I can't argue. The highest paid player thing, I'll never get my head around it. But what's done is done on my part. All I can say is, hopefully, he consistently delivers what I'm seeing now. But you can't say next season he's going to be a sub, so it's going to be a poor signing. He can still play a big part being a sub. We've seen many of these subs play a big part over the years. So that's not the only metric to it. But yeah,
Turkish, you asked us before we end on this. You asked us a question. What are your thoughts?
Are you sure?
And we gave you our thoughts on his form. He's playing well. But if you're asking, I won't speak for Matisse, but if you're asking me if you want me to change my opinion as a player, I don't think I've seen enough to change my opinion as a player. And that's all.
I still don't think he's worth 275k a week. I'm not telling you not to do that. I've just asked for an unbiased opinion on the Havertz and his recent.
I gave you one. Do you think I gave you an unbiased opinion, Turkish? Honestly,
no, you gave one, but then it went pear-shaped between you and Matisse.
How? What did I say? What did I say, Turkish? Turkish. I said to you, he's played well, but I still don't think he's a good enough player. That's what I said. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but that's fair. But you're talking about when I cut in when Matisse is talking. Matisse went off on a tangent talking about 2 weeks ago you wanted Isak. No one asked about that. So you're laughing.
Right,
I just find it. I know. I
just
find
it
right,
though.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. That's the thing. I'm not wrong. So
he's right.
You guys can.
When Kai Havertz was missing every chance in the sun, I wasn't hearing this, bro.
Bro, can I say two things? Can I say two things that can be true? I want Isak.
That's fair though.
And Havertz has been good recently. That's two things that are. You know, you can say both. It's not. Oh, you wanted Isak.
I agree. He has been good recently. I agree.
We've got that Havertz going another. I don't know.
But that's going to be like the new Pogba debate now. Kai Havertz, man, every week.
Don't you dare compare Paul Pogba to that guy,
bro. I'm not. Bro, relax yourself. But I'm saying every time Kai Havertz gets brought up, there's going to be a debate.
Paul Pogba and that guy in the same sentence. It's nasty.
The tribalism that this guy brings is actually scary. Like it's scary how much anger this guy creates.
Do you know what it is, Hugh? Because I don't like when people aren't consistent. Because people treat players very differently depending on their circumstances. I don't like inconsistency. I don't like it. Call me agenda driven. I just don't like inconsistency.
I've made a lot of notes just in case this conversation develops later for certain players.
Send me them.
I've made a lot of notes.
I'll hold on to them as well. Whenever I read.
What Nunes?
I made a lot of notes.
Cool. You stay over there because we're gonna deal with you as well. Because you're talking about.
Shut up, man. I can't
we're gonna deal with you.
You're next.
Don't
We're
go
gonna deal
anywhere.
with you.
I made a lot of notes, and this is why I made a lot of notes. Look at their reaction, people. Look at their reaction.
I'm telling you, we're gonna
two hyenas. Look at these two hyenas.
Have you seen that video in Saudi when the football player goes up, throws water at the guy, and the fan is lashing him? He's giving him lashes. He's giving that player lashes.
You know what, man? Matisse is eating too many HelloFresh meals with Tobi, man. He's rubbing off on him. He's getting angry as well.
Cool.
He's turned Matisse into a hyena.
Bro, used to honestly, can we have like an intermission? You should throw that advert again, man, that you looked up for HelloFresh. Everyone needs to calm. Used to are rattled.
Now, because you guys, you know what it is with you guys?
You
and you
very differently.
I'm gonna lie, Grizz. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, go on, Matisse.
Let's leave Arsenal. Grizz and Hugh do a lot of table analysis, a lot of points gained,
game to game analysis.
And that's where it gets long for me because it's annoying, it's jarring. I can't lie, it's very annoying. And now, Grizz, later on in the show, you're gonna feel the full effects. You're gonna feel the full effects, brother, of your table analysis, your Premier League table analysis. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
When they're doing well, this player is great. This player is good. When they're not doing well, it's not good enough.
Can we all agree though that the song bangs though?
What song?
The waka
talking about the waka, bro. Just
sing it then. Sing it.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just think it bangs. I can't lie. I'll sing it for Matisse, man. When Matisse is streaming and that, and Kai Havertz scores, man, I'll sing it to Matisse.
Why didn't you sing it for him now? Why didn't you sing it for him now?
It's a lit song. I can't lie, man.
Let me do some super chats because we're 1 hour 5 minutes and 9.4K here. I'm probably not going to be able to get through all of them people because we still got a few topics and Big Six Extra again tonight, 11 p.m. or straight after this show on the playback room. We will put the link in the live chat later on the show, but the link is in the description. Playback.tv/the Big Six as usual. And after this show, it's the Big Six Extra. Me, Big Steve, KG, Jane Redmond, Fuad, and Jeff representing Aston Villa as well. So make sure you're there if you got time, people. But yeah, let me do some super chats. Kai's marketing team doing wonders already. The Kai cult is happening at Arsenal right in front of our eyes. That cult's been there from the beginning, my bro. They probably just transitioned over. Just remember, Matisse and Tobs got clapped by Babs on the Havertz stuff. Arif says very rarely on this show during Arsenal's post-match review does the discussion primarily revolve around the actual analysis of the game. It almost always deviates into some Twitter level discourse. I try to say venom out of it.
We spoke about the game. You're the one that mentioned Kai Havertz. You didn't even praise Saka. I thought Saka's goal brilliant.
Because I started with Kai because for me, Kai was man of the match. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, and we said he played well, but then you tried to do the whole. Oh, what's your thoughts?
All right, man, let's stop that, man. Both of you.
Order. Getting silly now, boys.
Maverick said if Arsenal had the same amount of injuries Chelsea have had, they would be nowhere near top 4. Ego boost got Robbie L spray painted Spurs shirt red.
That was rude. That was rude.
Can't you say that for many teams about injuries? Governor says the way we're performing with Havertz in the team, he won't be the highest paid for long. New contracts coming soon. Tobs talking about inconsistency. 2 weeks ago, chatting about Kai not scoring in big games. 2 goals and assists versus Chelsea and Tottenham, and he's still hating. Check your salty mouth.
It wasn't even 2 weeks ago. And I literally said he scored in 2 big games this week, so he deserves his credit. I literally said that. So
you need to just say thank you for the super chat. I'll be real. You just need to say thank you.
Bro, man. Dumb Arsenal fan.
There's a lot more where that came from.
We got a lot, man. We got a lot, Tobi, man. Don't
bite at every super chat, man. For fuck's sake.
Just wafflers, man. I'm so sick of it, bro. I'm actually. People are saying, "Oh, you're rattled." Of course, I'm fucking rattled. Do you think I wanted to lose that game yesterday? And Kai Havertz dunking on my head top. Did you see that video that he posted? He actually thinks he's him. Of course, I'm rattled.
That's funny. That's funny.
Why would I
I rate that though. That's funny, bro. That's funny.
We're never going to finish the show, man. This way, we're never going to finish the show.
Why wouldn't I be rattled? Man are like, oh, you should be normal. Why should I be normal? We've lost to our bitter rivals at home. 3-0 down. I should be happy. You want me to be happy? Allow it.
I'm saying it's funny. It's funny though, man. It's funny.
No, that shit was funny.
Nah,
I
man.
can't
We
lie.
think this
Let
in.
me try and get a few super chats in before anyone tries to. If there's any questions I need to ask, I'll make sure they get answered. Eric says, Matisse and Tobs, you guys are some of the most disingenuous lying individuals on here. You apply petty generalizations that have no basis whatsoever, nor can you back it.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, bro.
I really hope. Yeah.
Don't respond, man.
Sorry. Let me just leave it, bro. Leave it.
Yeah.
King Kai directly responsible for 12 points this season. Arteta ain't buying for aesthetics but effectiveness, and that he undisputably is. We are all entitled to our opinions, so carry on. Big up Elisa. HCW says Turkish Tobs and Matisse have been hurt this week, so go easy on them. Samuel says SAEED's got the right idea with Havertz. Waka Waka chanted too funny. How he still messes up the lyrics. Last 20 minutes Arsenal Tottenham was too much. Big up. And Tariq says, I'm totally with Tobs. Kai is an average to below average player, but seems he is in form the last few weeks. I think it's reasonable to wait for a couple seasons before giving the final verdict. Big up everyone. Great show. Dwayne, big up as well. Love for the love. Kai with the 34 starts in Premier League this season for the team top of the league. Integral player for Arteta. Mo, people acting like Arteta's has not had some dud signings enough to fill a squad. Well, he's been here, 4.5 years, so definitely a lot of duds in there as well. Governor again says Havertz had the same amount of non-penalty goals as player of the season and half the Premier League.
Oh, why are they comparing? Really? In fact, let me not even forget it.
Yeah, let's not go too far now. Let's not go too far now.
No, I'm just saying, like.
No, it's true. It is. Like, he's got 12, 1 penalty, so 11. How good has Havertz been recently? Matisse, what about next season? Tobes, I've seen him be dead this season. I'm glad.
Turkish is fine, man.
Hey,
if you want to be disingenuous about what I said, it's fine, man. It's cool.
It's not even you, bro. That's what I forget. Let me know. It's not even you. Schaefer says, don't ever want to hear Tobes and Matisse talk about Havertz hating glasses and waste time on the show for nonsense every time, and stop talking about buying a striker in the summer. It ain't gonna happen. It better happen. Mo says Real Madrid and Bayern wanted Kai, and I'm sitting here listening to two biased guys talking about he's shit and will stay shit.
Eric Dyer is world class. He plays for Bayern Munich, guys.
Funny thing is, Real and Bayern wanted Havertz last summer too. So you're telling me those teams didn't see something in him last 10? He played striker 10 plus goals and assists.
I wanted him at Liverpool as well, by the way, while he was at Leverkusen. Havertz. Not obviously after Chelsea, but at Leverkusen, I definitely wanted him.
Big up Rob, man. Big up Rob. A Chelsea fan's opinion I can respect. He says Kai was always a good and intelligent player. And he's a confident player. A confident Kai is good. When his confidence dips, he looks worse than he is. I see. Okay, Rob.
Rob with a dagger.
Say no more, brother. Say no more. Noted.
Yes, Robert.
Redak says there's a saying in football that I like a lot. The winners celebrate and the losers explain. Havertz will make sense if you win something. You didn't sign him to compete. Same applies to Rice. How about talk when you win something? All the whole talk about talk when you win something, then everyone's going to stay silent apart from you every show twice a week. So what the
that would be nice. That would be nice. You
don't want to watch something or not, because you can do that whole Zen stuff alone. You don't need to turn the TV on. It can be quiet. He said that would be nice. The whole lose to City chat is the reason Spurs will never win as a club. Too obsessed with what their rivals do rather than building a winning culture.
Then win, brother.
We will. If Kai's been good, why are Arsenal linked with strikers every week? Don't need one. North London derby win is window dressing. Arsenal fans post Villa, we fucked it. Now we're going to win it. Flip flop. FC needs season City to drop points. Remember 2nd to 17th, all the same, baby. 2nd to 17th, all the same. Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying, or trying to say. Aaron says, I'm not Kai's biggest fan, but since Arteta has moved him up top, he's a different player. Quality yesterday and has been in 2024 for us. However, this must not change the fact we still need another striker. That's the point. That's the point. I'm going to get a couple more in. Toby, you can't give top players space. You gave Kai too much space for the assist. And that was, that's what I was going to get into with Kai. I think technically that was his best game yesterday. The ball was sticking to him, balls over the top. He was winning up against 1-2 man. He was bringing it down. The ball to Saka, it wasn't the hardest balls to pull off. But listen, this is a Havertz that, I've been critical of all season and doubted all season. So to see him just open up and lay it on Saka's toe. And in the second half, there was that chance for Saka, volley, 4-0, Vicario, great save, saves of the season. The ball from Havertz dinked it over the top perfectly. He scored the first goal that was ruled out offside. He was all over the place yesterday. So that's why Saka deserves credit too. We have to move on. Partey deserves credit too. I think a few players deserve credit, but we're not going to be able to get into it fully. Abdullahi says the presence of Ange Postecoglou in the UK, a nation with historical legacy of colonialism and mistreatment towards his home nation. It's just who we are, mate, is inadequate. I don't understand the whole relevance of all of this. But yeah, we move. On that note, you don't need to make sure the super chats are, we're in flow here. We've got a good show going. Don't just send in super chats.
Super chat. Wow.
I don't get it. I just don't understand. It's just I have to park off the other super chats now. You know what? I mean, Chelsea, Tottenham Thursday.
Mid-off derby, man.
It's up to you guys, man. What do you want to do? You want to try and talk about this? You want to?
Not really. We need to win. They're not good, but we're conceding lots of goals, and they always beat us at their ground. So, unfortunately, I'm not expecting Spurs to win this game of football. So.
And Matisse is probably going to say the same.
No, Matisse is going to say.
To be honest, I would give us a better chance if we had Havertz up front, but because we don't, I'm not really sure if we're going to win the game.
Damn.
God, man.
Matisse, we win this fucking league, yeah. I don't.
Matisse,
it's over. It's over.
No, but in all honesty, bro, we get 2 injuries per press conference, so I don't know who the fuck's playing. The bench last game against Villa, if you want to get into that just before I give my prediction for this, I guess. But the bench against Villa was depleted, just bare youngsters from Cobham. It was mad. This guy, bro, fuck off. Fuck off. We're moving on. Let's move on to show. He said he was going to change that profile like a week ago as well. He's still got it there. Like the Villa game 2-2, shocking first half in terms of just being 2-0 down, conceding inside 4 or 5 minutes again, and then being restricted to just long shots. I think Jackson's offside was actually a good finish, but it doesn't make a difference if it's not onside. The header, the post, he should have really scored that as well. It's a free header right in front of the goal, but we already know what his finishing is at this point. But yeah, 2-0 down at half-time. I was thinking this is just going to be a repeat of midweek against Arsenal. And somehow, some way, these guys actually showed some kahunas, some fight, and got themselves back into the game. It did feel very similar to when Villa were 2-0 up at Old Trafford. And then they just sat off. And then Man United also came back into the game as well. And so, as much as I will give us credit. Madueke, great finish. Gallagher, brilliant finish on your weaker foot as well. Cucurella being inverted into midfield next to Caicedo. Caicedo's man in the match. Brilliant performance. 11 out of 12 ground duels. Mopped up in midfield. Brilliant stuff from him. Badiashile was better in the second half as well. Silva, obviously, as well. But yeah, as much as I give credit to us for the comeback, I do feel like Villa, sometimes they're asking for it. I don't know why they just go so defensive. Like, they had us on the ropes. We were a little bit shaky. And for some reason, Villa just... they just retreat and just let the siege begin. I don't get it from Villa. I'm honestly, I don't understand it. But
they've done that a few times this season, man.
They have, yeah.
It's weird,
Old Trafford, I was fuming. It's very odd.
Old Trafford, Brentford, loads of games, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Arsenal fans, obviously, they'll say Emery. This is what Emery does. It's mad. But yeah, and then obviously the goal at the end, I was celebrating, getting excited, thinking that we did the comeback, and then obviously it's blown for a foul. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say conclusively, yes, it's not a foul. Of course, I think it's a bit soft. I do think that happens a lot of times in games in other previous fixtures as well, and it's not given, and they just move on and give the goal. It's just inconsistency for me. It pisses me off because one week we can't get a handball and a minimum corner, and the next week they're pulling it back after the referee. And to be honest, Carlos as well was fine to carry on. He didn't make a call for a foul or anything. And for some reason they pull it back and they check it, and now the referee refereeing the game from the stands. I'm not saying that, you know, sometimes it's subjective. Sometimes it's a foul, sometimes it's not. I do think it's a bit soft. I do think it was a bit overdone. I don't think the contact was that mad, but it's just frustrating because, you know, if it was consistent, I'd say, all right, fair enough, whatever. Like, you know, at least we know what the rules are, and, you know, we know what the game is. But these guys of recent weeks, they've not given us decisions that we should have had, so it just pisses me off. But to be honest, in the grand scheme, it's a great fight back, but it doesn't mean anything anyway, because we haven't caught up to United, and we've lost points to Newcastle in the Europa League race. So what have we really done? It's no relevance. So yeah, Tottenham at home means it doesn't mean much in terms of the league table, but it means a lot in terms of, obviously, it's a derby. Pochettino, don't even dare lose at home to Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? If you could be any more not favored with the Chelsea folklore, that would be the one way to make it go over the edge. So we need to put in a performance, and I'm not necessarily confident. I just know that we're going to get chances because Tottenham always give you chances, and I know we're going to have to hopefully finish those chances. But I think it'll be an entertaining game. It always is, battle of the bridge. So hopefully we just come out the right side of it. It feels very similar to Chelsea versus Man United at home, which is just punch for punch. And I'm hoping that, you know, I don't think Werner's great. Brennan Johnson's, I don't think, is, you know, particularly impressive. So I'm hoping that they just misfire and then we take our chances. But it's going to be high line for life. And yeah, it's just going to be chaos, man. Both teams just back and forth, and good for the neutral. So yeah, man, that's what we're doing. Fair.
Said that's what we're doing. All right, predictions. Let's do that. Before we do that, let's see the update to the prediction table, because there's been a few correct scores this week. This is how it's looking.
Ooh. Sugar plum.
Yeah.
Damn, Matisse.
Sugar plum.
Yeah,
you might be able to.
I'm waking up. I'm going to wake up.
You have to wake up. You have to wake up, man.
Yeah, I'm waking up.
So audio listeners, listen. Tobs still top 152. He has pulled away now. I'm in second on 144. SAEED's on 142. HUGH on 135. Matisse on 129, only 5 points ahead of GRIZZ on 124. Obviously, we've got the up the table that I'll update for you guys on Thursday's show. Don't forget about Opta games, people. Opta 5, Opta Max. You can win $20,000 this week on Opta Max. We're gonna get into that shortly anyway. But yeah, GRIZZ, you got a chance, my brother. But we'll talk. We'll talk soon.
Your team may be down, but you are not down.
I'll leave it with something.
What do you say? I think it's going to be a Desmond 2-2. I hope we win, but I think it's going to be a 2-2. I'll be at that game as well, so I'm not going to be on the show on Thursday before people start saying, "Oh, you're ducking." So I'm going to be at the game.
Holiday.
How long did it take you to get back from Bridge?
It's going to take me at least an hour and a half to get back.
Yeah,
I could take cab, but boy, that's going to be expensive. Very expensive cab. So
why are you going to this game for?
Why wouldn't I go to this game?
That's a good game, man.
I almost went to it, to be fair.
What kind of question is that?
Close.
Well, you many times you've said I'm not going to game. I don't want to watch this. We've got nothing to play.
Yes, I said that last season when I was not happy with the football. This season, I'm happy.
You're happy with
I'm relatively happy with the team. I'm not happy with the results, but I'm happy with the team enough to go.
Nothing sinister. Just for
I'm going Lampard as well. If you're there on Sunday, I'll see you there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
GRIZZ ain't got the hospitality ticket sorted yet, man. He's still waiting.
Why are you all laughing without? Let me answer. I've got the hospitality tickets are there. What are you laughing for?
Oh, sorry.
I love it, man.
Yeah, the hospitality season ticket is there.
Sorry.
Say no more. I'm gonna go 2-2, but I need to say.
What did Tobs say?
He went 2-2. I'm gonna go 3-2 Tottenham.
I hope you're right, man. Need that.
SAEED.
I'm I'm gonna go 2-2. Yeah, I was gonna give Chelsea the win, but nah, 2-2.
Hugh.
2-1 Tottenham.
Matisse.
I'll go 2-1 Chelsea.
Matisse, man. Did last week as well.
What'd you say, Hugh?
Go on, Grizz.
Oh, so who's asking you saying? I'm gonna go 2-1. 2-1.
This guy, bro. I swear, I want to be rivals, but I can't. I can't be asked. I got too many ops.
So you, Grizz, you said 2-1 Tottenham, yeah?
Yeah, man.
All predictions in for that one. Varied 2-1 from Grizz and Hugh to Tottenham, 2-1 to Chelsea from Matisse. Tobs and SAEED have gone 2-2. I've gone 3-2 Tottenham. So yeah, variant predictions there. Still got super chats there. I'm gonna hold on to the super chats because I'm gonna move on to the next subject now, because the next subject probably needs a little talk in itself. But before we move on to that next subject, people, I just picked up the games. Let's not forget about the games. Big them up. Like I said, next with this coming game week, there is a rollover. This was game week 35. This was our predictions. We got 2 out of 5 right. So we got Bruno Fernandes right, and we got Isak right in the Newcastle Sheffield United game. We predicted Jota for the Liverpool one, Watkins for the Villa one, and De Bruyne for City one. We didn't get it, but no one got it. So this week, $20,000.
It's for man of the match.
Man of the match.
De Bruyne was man of the match in this game.
No, but this is Opta's way of working it all out.
Oh man. Okay.
Because they gave man of the match to Haaland, so I guess because he didn't have long on the pitch but got a goal, maybe that metric. I don't know how they work it out exactly, but
okay.
So this is the 5 player of the matches. You pick them for the 5 games. Game week 36 coming up this weekend, but this is not what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to go back to Opta 5 because it's been a little while, and I need to remind you that we are running our own competition, £200 up for grabs. Send in your results after game week 38. Whoever's got the most greens over their time playing the game, £200 cash prize. This game week's fixtures start off with Arsenal Bournemouth. I'm going to go through mine quickly, and we will do these ones individually. If you follow us on the socials, then you'll see our predictions or our picks, come the end of the week. And there's a link in the description. You can follow them up to games, free to sign up, free to play. You can win cash weekly. And don't forget, we had a winner on the Big Six last week. There was a lot of winners that week, so the prize does get split up, but good luck. Arsenal, you know what? I'm going to go Martinelli. I'm thinking he's going to start the game.
You have Bournemouth. Yeah, that's going to be a win.
Yeah.
Don't know, man. It could be a tricky game, man.
Nah, man. I think Bournemouth, their style of play suits Arsenal, and Arsenal are losing to them at home.
Put Martinelli. Is he going to start, people? Come on, let's think.
He's not guaranteed. He's not guaranteed.
I wouldn't put Martinelli, guys.
No,
Havertz
God, no.
for me.
I put Kai Saka, to be honest. I know he's high.
Put Havertz. Put Havertz.
Havertz or Trossard, man, for me.
Put Havertz. He'll definitely start.
Trossard's 88, but Havertz, I've already checked. Havertz is 96, so he has to get.
Yeah, it's high.
He's going to score his 2 goals. And
Jorginho at 73 is not a bad offer, you know.
Yeah, but
he might not
play. No.
Partey's the man there. What's Partey now?
But he can come on.
It's not about goal or assist, guys. It's about man of the match.
Man of the match. That's what I'm saying. Put Havertz in the team, man.
Yeah,
their man of the match is weird though. They gave Haaland man of the match.
This ain't man of the match. This is points. This is up to 5. This is the points one. This ain't.
I still say Trossard.
88. I don't know if he's gonna start.
I don't think.
You gotta look at the offer here, lads. What they're offering you, target rating wise.
100%.
You might have played too much.
Partey.
I'm thinking Partey.
I'm going with Havertz personally.
96.
Yeah, same.
Stay clear of the 90s, man. Nah.
You lot are mad. Who gets?
You know what? Matisse said go Havertz, and that's special in itself. So
okay, fair enough.
We're gonna go Havertz. Sheffield United relegated already, so let me pick a Forest player. This Chris Wood guy, bro. I don't even want to see his fucking name.
Yeah,
Big Chris Wood, man. He's a big City fan.
Were they playing for Sheffield United Forest? Oh, this
United.
Dead game, man.
Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates.
No. For old time's sake. For old time's sake, let's do Hudson Odoi.
Let's do the 1v1 demon.
Yeah.
Ryan
Been a
Yates.
while.
Brighton Villa. Pedro.
Brighton Villa.
It's a Villa player.
I don't think Villa give a shit about this. I think it's all about Conference League for them. So.
Nah, come on. What do you mean? Villa, of course, we're gonna give a shit about this.
Nah,
they want it, man.
Ollie Watkins, man. Let's round it.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins, man.
Chelsea, West Ham. Madueke is he's trying recently. I'll give him that.
Yes, he's been doing.
Look, Jackson's got to do something. Let's do Jackson.
What are the odds we get 3 players in the 90s?
Do you know what I mean?
Jackson.
Nah, these are taking the piss.
Hugh's a hater. I can't lie. I'm watching you. I mean, you are.
I'm not hating.
I'm feeling Jackson.
There's no more. Oil Brothers' contract is expiring at the end of the season. I've had enough.
I'm feeling Jackson. You know.
Oh man, we have 3 players in the 90s. It's not happening. We've lost. Okay.
So this is us against Liverpool.
Oh my god, you guys.
Nunes not bad shout. 83.
Nunes 83. That's not bad. Let's do it.
He's not getting out of the match. Let's be serious.
We fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up. That was actually shocking.
That is a dreadful selection.
That's a terrible.
I've had no
fuck, man. Let's pick Liverpool, man. Fuck this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready. Let's talk on Liverpool, man.
Yeah, man. Just for that only, man.
Grizz had a lot to say. About what? Let's talk about Liverpool.
How about Salah, man?
About Liverpool last 2-3 weeks. Why are you so eager to about Liverpool? Dead game against West Ham.
Because you didn't win from a winning position again. So we have to talk about Liverpool. Now I think
we must talk about Liverpool because there's a Liverpool agenda in the chat because top 6, big 6, and I'm representing Liverpool. But it's no big deal. I don't know why you pulling up to your seats, pulling up to your desks and microphones like it's a big chat.
You're not going to do this. You're not going to do
big chat. What's the big chat?
You're not going to do this. You're not going to derail the chat. You're not going to derail the chat.
Don't do that. It was a controversial game.
Let's strike a deal. Either you guys talk or either I'm going to talk because otherwise I'm going to look like I'm talking.
Depends on you. Waffle.
Yeah, exactly.
So then I'm just going to keep quiet.
Yeah. You just keep quiet.
Leaving it to you, man.
Yeah. So everyone, who wants to start, man? You go, Sai.
Saeed and Hugh are very well.
No, I'll let Hughie go because I think Hughie's ready. Go on, Hughie.
Brother, it's all you, man. It's all you.
No, I just want. I mean, why is it Liverpool a big interest? This is mentality monsters. You know, you can't come on here and do this. Well, it's just West Ham, and it's just. Listen, every game will be scrutinised. And there was a big situation that went on the weekend. We have to talk about it. Salah and Klopp. It's going outside. You know? Big Mo Salah, the King Salah, disrespecting Jurgen Klopp, man. What has happened? You know? One of your greatest managers in the last 30 years. And he doesn't want to give him a handshake? Doesn't want to give him a hug? How dare he? The club that made him. The club that gave him a real chance to become a world-class player. And he's there disrespecting him? That's absolutely scandalous. And he should be told, yo, listen, you know, you're going to be humbled on the bench. You're being on form. Got to humble yourself, man. So, GRIZZ, this is a talking point. He's coming on here acting like he's Jose Mourinho. If I speak, I'm in trouble. Who are you, man? You ain't got the Mourinho energy. Come on, Mourinho's been there, done it, man. Salah, come on, man. I'm talking about if I speak. I mean, get out of here, man. You got dropped, yeah? You got dropped, justifiably, because you've been on poor form, and Elliott is starting ahead of you. And when you came on, what did you do, bro? What did you do? You get me? So this idea that we can't speak about Liverpool, and the fact that you drop points again, and the fact that you're going outside, the fact that Nunes is still shit, yeah? That's why we can speak, yeah? So don't you dare come on here and say we can't speak about Liverpool, yeah? Nah, man, it's a joke, man, because I don't like this, you know? Because when it's United, he's ready to cook them. He's ready to talk and bash my club. But when it's Liverpool, let's not talk about them. You know, let's just give him a 10-minute section. No, we are going to dissect this Liverpool downfall. We are going to dissect the Arne Slot. You know what I mean? It's slotted for the job. You know, we're gonna dissect everything. So I'm gonna let the panel go before you waffle to the crowd and to the audience and bore us to death. So, Hughie, you go ahead and give us your section on this one.
I echo absolutely everything you said, Brother SAEED. I think you summarized really well. I think you spoke on behalf of thousands just there. You know, you hit all the nails. You hit all the nails in the head. I must say, you don't regularly do that, but you did this time.
Yeah,
I think
all right, man.
The Salah thing's true, man. The Salah thing's true, and Liverpool fans will do what Liverpool fans do, and they'll try and make it out to be like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal, and you know, these things happen, and so on and so forth. These things can happen, but Mo Salah, you're held to a higher regard. You're held to a higher esteem than that. As SAEED said, Klopp gave you the platform. Klopp's got 4 or 5 games left. Klopp put you on the bench at a point where the game's in the balance. You need to come on. You need to offer something. Mo, the mentality monster, dude, for Klopp. Handshakes for Klopp at this point. Give him something, man. The guy's leaving sad. He's leaving sad. It was disrespectful. It was disrespectful from Mo Salah to do that to an esteemed legend in Jurgen Klopp. You know, your Ranieri's, but we've done it all. Pellegrini, Klopp. Don't do that. Don't do that, Mo. Don't do that. They're going out sad. Look, they're going out sad. Was I shocked that they dropped points? Probably not, because I think a number of the Liverpool players hung up their boots a couple of weeks ago. Salah being one of them. Well, yeah, man, that was quite damning. That was quite damning. I tweeted, and I think I'm right. I think he wishes he took that Saudi contract last summer. I think he does. I think he regrets coming into this season because his body language at times this season has been so different to what we've seen of Salah for years. But you know what I mean? Handshakes for Klopp. We'll see what he gets.
Grizz, you want to respond or?
No, fuck that, man.
I'll go then. So I think it's. And I've seen Jamie Carragher run with this narrative and a couple other people run with this narrative. And I think it's low-key disingenuous as well, because I'm seeing this notion that we can't be too critical of Liverpool because they weren't meant to be in this position. They weren't meant to be in the race. They don't have the squad good enough to be in the race. And I agree. I don't actually think man for man they're as good as Man City and Arsenal. And I've made no secret of that throughout the season. However, despite that, Liverpool put themselves in a really good position to close out the season. They had, on paper, probably an easier set of fixtures in terms of the teams they were playing. Okay, granted, they had like 3 successive away games on top of the Europa League rigors, but fundamentally, they had winnable fixtures. Everton away. Yes, I know Everton are fighting for their lives, but they had Everton away, West Ham away, Crystal Palace at home, Man United away, and what was the other one?
Atalanta.
No, Man United. So Man United, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Everton, and West Ham. If I told you Liverpool were going to get 1 win out of those 5 games, probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, you would have called me a madman, because as ill-equipped as Liverpool were in comparison to Man City and Arsenal, they put themselves in a good position. Salah was back, Trent's back, Alisson's back, Jota was back initially, then got injured. Liverpool should not be dropping points to these teams. They played well enough to beat Man United, didn't win. Played well enough to beat West Ham, didn't win. Crystal Palace lost at home, dumped out by Atalanta. Who else did they drop points to? I didn't watch the Everton game, but I saw the highlights. Losing 2-0 to Everton when you're going for the title, it's not good enough for Liverpool. And that's why I feel like, yes, again, have to reiterate, even though man for man, they're not as good as Man City, the position Liverpool put themselves in, they've completely thrown this away. And I think they're going, it's a shame because they're going out sad. 1 win in their last 5 Premier League matches. They're going out sad. They're going out really, really sad. And I just find it ironic that all of a sudden, when it's a downturn in form, when the title looks all but lost, now all of a sudden we're hearing some of these videos about, is Darwin Núñez right? Would you sell Darwin Núñez in the summer? Oh, is he the man to do X, Y, Z? But when they were winning games, in spite of Darwin Núñez missing chances, it was, oh, you can't talk too much on Darwin Núñez. Tobs, I agree with you. He's not that good, but he's got the GNA. He's got the GNA and the team's winning. So we can't really be too critical on Núñez. The team's doing well. So you can't be critical on Núñez. Now when the team's not doing well, 90 minutes football. Maybe, guys, is Darwin Núñez right for Liverpool? What have I said a million times here? Results-based analysis will only get you so far, right? Don't accept in victory what you wouldn't accept in a defeat. Don't. I've been saying it a million times. Don't. We've said this repeatedly. The whole season, we had a whole heated debate 4 or 5 months ago with Timo Werner and Darwin Núñez, Nicholas Jackson, all these players. And we said, Darwin Núñez, he's not good enough for Liverpool. He's a terrible finisher and he's a low quality player. He's not good enough for Liverpool. But the noise was drowned out by GRIZZ. Oh, you're waffling, you're doing too much. Okay, calma. I speak normal. Let's see how Liverpool deal with Darwin Núñez in the summer. Let's see how Liverpool deal with Darwin Núñez next season. I bid you adieu, my fair brother.
Matisse, do you want to turn?
Well, I mean, listen, I credit to Liverpool's academy graduates: Bradley, Kwanzaa, Elliott, Jones, Callagher, because the new signings, we've been asking questions. So Bosley, Núñez, Gakpo, you can't just be 5th choice attacker. You have to actually contribute. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? One of the best finishers, right? So what are we doing? Are we going to start taking chances? Can't just keep waiting for Jota to come back. Jota. No, there's been money applied, money spent on this attack. So let's all contribute. But they haven't been. That's the facts of the matter. They haven't been contributing. When it comes to actually watching these players, it's the academy graduates that have been shining this season, that have been really performing. Of course, McAllister, Endo as well, fantastic buys in the midfield. But these expensive attackers and Szoboszlai on top have not been levels this season. They've not been at the level. But because Liverpool have been up there, it's cool. However, it's not cool. It's not cool. So for me personally, listen, I know people are going to talk about Salah. I'm not even going to get into that back and forth because I don't ever think and I've spoken about this with Salah before. I don't look at Salah and ask him to do everything and do it all, right? I've never looked at him as that type of player. That's where the back and forth and the discourse comes with Salah versus who, we're not going to get into it. But Salah has always been an effective, fantastic player in the system. And more credit needs to also be given to the people that made that system effective. The Firminos, the Manes. Get them their credit too, because now when there's scrubs up there, and it's not, let me not do too much. Let me not call them scrubs. Nah. I think Diaz. Listen, Diaz had a hard year. No, let me not do too much. Diaz had a hard year. But
Come on, Matisse.
Núñez and Jackson, it's all murky waters. No, seriously, it is. It really is. When you watch these players, it's murky waters. But because of the table,
he's chaos.
Because of the table, it's horrible.
Where's the host of the show gone? Which
Bro, the cooking ain't finished, man. The cooking ain't finished. He's still cooking, man.
Keep going, Matisse, man.
Let me pull back. Because Diaz, Liverpool fans be giving me that context. Diaz had a big injury. Diaz had a lot of problems. So cool. And Diaz is he's still erratic and involved and he's good dribbler. But again, the output is not there when it comes down to the standards, the levels. And this is he's grown. He's 27. He ain't a 23-year-old. So listen, when it comes to Liverpool, I just want to give praise to the academy graduates because, like I said, those guys, they need their flowers. And the ones that were brought in without Edwards' say so whilst he was away, there will be an investigation on that, I'm sure, in the summer, because I'm not sure he would have approved some of these signings. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not really here to cook too much. You know what I mean? It's not really.
That's a good question, though. Do you think Michael Edwards will want some sort of a clear out this summer on the players that, as you say, he wouldn't have asked for?
So I've got one question to answer from Hughie, and I've got some points that I don't really even want to address, Mr. Host, with the most. If you want me to address them, I can waste people's times and energies. I will address them. I'm not ducking, but there's a question. If you want to talk about the game, I can talk about the game. What do you want me to do? I don't know where I want to go, because I've never seen where 5 mans individually have come for a team that's finished above all of them bar one. I've never seen it in my life. Never. With so many questions, with so many doubts about dead teams and dead coaches and dead players, Yet all of them, one by one, had a 10-minute segment on a team they all thought, Mr. Host, I appeal to you, they all thought is going to finish out the top
sorry.
four. They had no expectation. I'm not gonna. If you're gonna interrupt
get the
me,
violins out, man. Get the violins out.
The
violins in the chat.
I ain't gonna talk because I don't deal with it. I talk when I want to talk, and I told you I'll let you have your say. Now shut up your mouth.
Fair enough.
Are you gonna shut up your mouth? I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm very sad, and there's a couple of reasons why I'm sad. I'm sad for the way it's ending for Liverpool. I agree with Tobi's actual analysis, because we did get ourselves in a position to fight and challenge, and we thought, yo, we're an emotional club, emotional fans, emotional coach, and we thought, yo, this club, we do it for Klopp and all of that. So I'm very sad the way it's ended. I'm very sad watching that spat with Salah and Klopp. I'm not even going to respond to SAEED and Hugh about the spat. Kevin De Bruyne had a spat with Pep Guardiola 2 weeks ago or a few weeks ago. Every player in our club, respective club, worth their soul, has had a spat with their coach about coming on, coming off, whatever. It was sad. Salah was wrong. Klopp was wrong. If you don't want me to take sides, go to different fans. I don't take sides. I'm not a toxic fan that expects to be taking sides. They were both wrong. It was sad to see. In terms of Mohamed Salah's form, you lot waited 7 years, some of you brothers, for him to have a 2 month out of 7 years bad form. Fair play. He is not the player that he was when he was 24. He's now 32, 31, coming back to be 32. Mother Nature has caught up. It catches up to all of us. I've told you lot before, I don't think we'll see that type of Salah. But it was pre-injury that we were all discussing. And Brother Matisse, there is clips of you on this show with me praising Mohamed Salah and his evolution. Brother Matisse, there is clips
Facts,
of
and that's
you.
why I didn't talk about Salah. That's why I didn't talk about Salah.
I know. I'm
you
just saying. And there was Brother Matisse and Brother SAEED and Tobi saying, "Yo, he's evolved his game. King assist of this season." I didn't mention. Let me. I know, but I'm just covering all the points, Tobi. If I take it individually, it's going to be long, innit?
Sorry. Fair.
Mohamed Salah, guys, listen to this bit. SAEED, you can switch off because you don't really, you know what I mean? You've already switched off because this is serious football chat, so you can switch off. Mohamed Salah, for the first time in his footballing career, has picked up a leg injury at the age of 31. First time in his career. And which injury? Back and hamstring that has killed off so many great careers. And we're actually already dunking on one of the greatest modern day Premier League forwards, right wingers, the greatest right winger the Premier League has ever seen, bar none. The greatest right winger the Premier League has seen, bar none. And you mans are pulling out agendas for the last 7 years. This season's the one. This season's the one. This season's the one. He's been atrocious last 6-7 weeks. Did you hear that? He's been atrocious. He's been poor. But my Lord, if you lot expect me to write off my legend because of his comeback after his first major injury, and you can tell a lot of it's psychological. He don't even want to go for challenges. And Klopp was right to put him on a subs bench. The reaction was sad to see, but it's nothing we haven't seen from any great player worth his salt. No one. And you guys can't tell me no player likes to be on the subs bench or being brought on with 12 minutes to go. Whose fault it was and all that, I'm not interested. I'm seriously not. But overall, I'm sad the way it's ended. Tobi, you're right. How many times have we said expectations change throughout the season? When you put yourself in a situation like that, there's no fucking way we're losing. Tobi, you wasn't on the last show where I killed Liverpool. So you might be thinking, why am I going easy? Because I've already killed them. I've already killed them. I said they killed my hopes. There's no way we're dropping points to West Ham, Crystal Palace at home, Everton away, and definitely not to Manchester United this season. So it's embarrassing from that aspect. Embarrassing. I'm just sad. I'm very sad the way it's ended. And that's my overriding emotion. Yes, Hughie, in terms of your question about Michael Edwards, I think he was brought back specifically for a reason. There is going to be a lot of questions about the buys since he's been away. I agree with all of you in terms of there will be question marks about the 4 midfielders that we bought and Gakpo and Diaz before that. and Mohamed Salah's contract situation. You guys were all saying he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Today, apparently, Ornstein, because you lot throw the Ornstein dagger at me when it goes against us, but now Ornstein's saying we're staying. So maybe you guys want to retract that. Mohamed Salah's not going now. I don't know. Let's see how it pans out. But it's an interesting season because I keep telling you this was supposed to be phase 1 in Liverpool 2.0, which I kept hyping up. And for Liverpool 2.0 and the rebuild to still finish above 3 out of your 5 clubs is a damning indictment. Now, in terms of Klopp's tenure and the way it's ending, it's sad. I don't want to see him go out like that. But I guarantee you, every one of you every single one of your clubs, barring Man City, would love to have had the last 8 years, 7 years that Liverpool and Klopp have had. Every single one of you lot.
Absolutely. I would take that.
So I think there's some sense of perspective, the way your clubs are run, the way your clubs are being handled. No, not yet.
Yeah.
No, not yet. No, not yet. And we're going to move on after this because this is the final.
It's not done yet. It's not done yet.
Yeah. All of your clubs would love to be run the way we have been and have the manager we've had and even the trophies and success we've had. But the ending is sad. And that's what hurts me.
You've been run brilliantly and you've had that affiliation and connection with your manager. I just want to point out I have a Premier League, Champions League, like trophies that are
I'm asking you again. I'm asking you again.
I've done the
would you like to be in the position Liverpool
I'm just saying,
are?
don't put me with those guys. I'm just saying, don't put me with those guys. It's not really the same. I'm just saying, it's
I
not.
am
I'm
gonna
not with
put you
those
with
guys.
those guys.
You're forgetting, Matisse, you're forgetting it means more to them. It means more.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not with those guys. No, seriously. Like, I'm being serious.
Keep
I'm not
saying
with those
that
guys.
it's going to mean nothing to you about a year's time when the judgment comes out. So
I've already dealt with you, Grizz. We're not going down that road again. We're not going down that road again.
Your recent history is going to mean nothing. So
say no more, Turkish.
You keep saying
your
that.
ITK information is 009 at this point. Why would I listen to you?
When I talk,
all of your ITK information, hello to everybody. No one ever comes through the door.
You should know I'm the loudest.
You wave out the window.
You're not going to overtalk me. I'm the loudest.
Why would I take your information?
I run on Duracells. I will continue.
What you've heard about our charges
my segment
is
irrelevant. Segment. I didn't talk in your segment. I didn't talk in none of your segments.
Oh, okay.
You can carry on talking until. Thank you. You shut up. Right. So what I'm saying is, it's sad the way it's ended, and that's the best way to put it. I'm very sad. I'm leaning back, and I didn't want to see Klopp and Salah fall out like that. But it's a storm in a teacup, as they say. And anyone else, if you've got anything else to question or ask, feel free. But I think that's about as much as we should.
I have nothing more to say. I just want to make it crystal clear to you. I am not with those guys. That's all I'm making it clear. In terms of the last 7, no, you don't shush nothing. You shush in Manchester because you move in houses. So multiple times.
Are
so
you this
shush,
season?
Okay? You
Where
shush.
are you this season?
No. We're not talking about the last 2 years. He said the last 7. I'm not with those guys. That's all I want. I just want you to understand that.
7 years without a Premier League trophy.
Rectify that. How many years is it for you?
I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, like, you're going on like it's some madness. You're 7 years without a Premier League trophy. So it's going to go to
the last 7 years.
9, 10.
He didn't say
keep
last
going,
8.
you know.
Okay. Well, next year he can say that. But this year he can't say that. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Yeah. Money comes in.
Just means more, man. It just means more.
We're on mid-6, man. We're on the mid-6 tomorrow.
Midday. I mean, deep that.
All right, man. Chill out, man. That was our joke, man. Relax.
Chill, uncle. Chill.
You know me. Don't worry, man. That's our joke, man. You just chill there.
Deep that, no?
Take your hat off, man. Looks better. But yeah.
I'm going to get a handful of these super chats left in. So no more super chats, people, because we're going to have to wrap the show up shortly. Because in about 10-15 minutes, when this show ends, Big 6 Extra is started. Me, Big Steve, Kate,
part 2.
Redmond, and Steph representing Aston Villa. All 6 of us live on playback. The link is pinned in the live chat. Make sure you're there. Join the room. That'll run for an hour or so after this show. So show some love. We had over 1,000 in the building last Monday. Let's try and get over 1,000 in the building this week. 2 people. Super chats. Tarek says, first part, Grizz. I don't know if you agree or not, but I feel our downfall started the moment we had a parade for the 2 domestic cups. As an elite club, we should have never seen that as an achievement. On the contrary, the club should have considered it an underachievement in a season that saw us almost win the 2 major trophies.
Thanks for the super chat. I don't agree. I don't even know if you're a Liverpool fan. I'm not gonna lie. I need proof.
No, he is.
I need proof. You said
I need
Grizz.
proof. I need him to come on my channel, send me a super chat of about £100, and then I'll know he's a Liverpool fan.
I think he does raise a decent point. You know, banter aside, like, was it a mistake to parade to cups?
No, absolutely not. You should cherish these moments. You'll recognize what I mean by that. You should cherish these moments when your club wins stuff. You should cherish these moments because you never know when they come again, guys. As you all guys know, every time you win something, cherish it. Arsenal fans are cherishing these moments. They haven't even won anything yet, and they're cherishing these moments. But I agree with them. They're very, very emotional moments. These things, man. You should cherish them.
So you should cherish when you win Carabao Cups, Turkish. Put more respect on the Carabao
No,
Cup.
cherish you should moments. I said
North London parades for the Carabao Cup.
Don't start this. Don't start this. Don't start this.
You don't want to hear
I know already because you know what I mean. This is a very triggering.
This is right, man. Put some more respect on the Carabao Cup.
Put some respect on winning stuff, man. Cherish these moments, guys. Some fans have never won. Look, do you remember what Turkish said a few hours ago when we started the show to that super chat about, right, it feels all about just the winners, then what the fuck, man? Like, the rest of us might as well just, not comment on anything and not enjoy anything.
He doesn't respect Carabao Cup. You must respect Carabao Cup, Turkish. You must.
I said moments. Cherish moments. Because not everyone gets to win trophies.
Cherish moments. I cherish that Diallo one, to be fair.
100%. There you go. That was your biggest celebration this season, or for about 5 seasons. Yes or no?
HUGH is cracking up. It's cracking up. It's cracking up.
You must.
It's cracking.
You must. Turkish, you must.
Cracking up.
You must.
All jokes aside, I was watching that game against West Ham, and I can believe it, but I couldn't believe it as well because we've seen it so many times. Why are Liverpool so impotent in the final third? Like,
we got Man United to talk about as well.
Damn, he really thinks we've got time for analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. We've done all this. You've been missing last 2 shows. We've done all this.
James Redmond, man, what are you saying, man?
Where's he in the chat?
KG's gonna cook you, man. So Steve, so's everyone, man. So wait for your cooking.
I know KG's ready. Steve's always
exactly.
ready.
I'm definitely watching that episode. I think that's gonna be fireworks.
Same.
Yeah, come on. Grizz, Arsenal got insanely cooked last season by everyone who finished below them, by people who didn't predict them being in a title race. Just take the heat and firm it. Let me try and get Liverpool ones in particular. Boogeyman says, I heard from Grizz Teta's source what Klopp whispered to Salah. He said we should have kept the barber who trimmed Mane's hair rather than keeping you. Boogeyman, I think
I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of tribal or other fan bases that want it to be versus this and make, like other clubs have it. I'm not about that life. You lot should know that. You're fucking with the wrong breed.
40 says, not a Liverpool fan, but honest question. Other than City, is there a big 6 side that Núñez won't start at? I don't think he starts for us, Arteta. I don't think he starts for us. He'd start
I wouldn't fight him for starting for anyone. I agree. I don't know why you don't want to bring that Núñez debate back to me.
He starts ahead of Action Jackson. I'll give him that. Definitely ahead of Action Jackson.
I'm not entertaining this today. Let's just move on. We've got to late.
Yeah.
Wiz says, it means more. Hold that, Grizz. Don't be chatting shit about my club if you don't know anything about what the allegations are. You don't deserve it.
What if I do, Wiz? What if I do know more than you about the allegations about your club? Where's those dollars from? Trust me. You'll be sending more dollars my way.
We've been asking what if you do know for a long time and you haven't known. You know what I mean? What if Grizz does know? Grizz hasn't known.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, come on, man, guys.
Yasuk says, big up the panel as always for Shoreditch and the recent content. Hard fought W for Arsenal, but let's take it one game at a time. Question for Grizz: can I borrow your war hat for the next 3 games?
Bro,
I've got it, man. I've got it.
Bro, I don't know if it's gonna do you any good. It didn't do me any good. So yeah, try something else.
Or says, what a week. North London derby we cooked, got promoted at work. Congratulations. Birthday next
Big up,
Monday.
man.
Big up. Been cooking with Grizz Teta in clubs in the midfield, other than slipping like Van der Ven at the end. Gifted subs for the boys. London is red. Love for the love. And a reminder, FC24 is also on playback. We was live on Sunday. Didn't go well. We was also live on Friday. That one did go well. We are back this week. Either tomorrow night or Wednesday night, straight after the Champions League, 10 p.m. I just need to arrange it with these guys and make sure
Big up HUGH, by the way. Big up HUGH. MVP, without doubt.
Come on, he's helping a lot behind the scenes. Lamin says, these Spurs man really been tweaking off that trophy cabinet dust, talking about we got something. In the greater words of Pharrell, what are you going to do? Nothing. Toby, mix that creatine with your tears.
I don't take creatine, but maybe you might need it, not me. So
Ryan says, big up the big six as usual. What a week it's been for the Arsenal, baptizing both of our sons in Chelsea and Tottenham. London is red, let alone North. But Turks, I must say, I thought we bottled it. On the edge, bro, on the edge, but we moved. Big up the whole panel. Why do you people always say Arteta won FA Cup with Emery's squad, but nobody says Tuchel won Champions League with Lampard's squad?
Thank you for the super chat.
Proud of you, Toby. 4 or 5 seasons ago, there were some heavy 44-minute allegations tied to your name. After holding 3 in 38, you stayed. Can we do a throwback and stand up and applaud in one day? One day we'll do that, people. When Steve's back.
I'll applaud myself. Thank you, bro. Thanks for the super chat.
When Steve's back in the building. On that note, there's 5 minutes to go before Big Six extra people. There is 40 super chats I didn't manage to get through. Apologies, people. This one's coming up to, it is on 2 hours in 3, 2, 1. Hit the like button, people. 2 hour show again, and I'm going over to playback to do another hour and a bit on the Big Six extra. All you got to do is click the link in the live chat. Head over, become a member, join the room, and you'll be kept updated with any content we're doing over there. The Big Six extra now, the mid six tomorrow midday, featuring Matisse and SAEED. FC24 over the next couple of days will be live again for pro clubs. I say pro clubs, it's clubs now. So make sure you're on our playback too, people. Once again, big up HelloFresh. There's a link in the description. Go show them some love. 60% off your first order and 20% off the next 2 months. Go use that, people. They show us some love. You show them some love. It all works. And yeah, Opta as well. Go play the game. I can't really say much more than that. It's a free-to-play game and you can win cash. Why not? I don't really need to sell it any more than that, people. Play it. Potentially win. Let us know if you win. And listen, we'll be happy for you and we'll promote it on the show too. Love for the love. Follow the individual channels in the description below. We'll be back on Thursday around 10:30 after the Chelsea Tottenham game. Make sure you're there, people. Peace. We're out.